No. There we go. Now we got... Howdy, howdy, boys and girls. This is why you do a microphone check. For some reason the cable was loose. So we'll start again. Welcome, boys and girls. Welcome, welcome. Coffee Club. Good to see you all. Welcome back. Yes, this is why you should test things. I was running late this morning. I got out of bed late. Totally my bad. I didn't even go to bed late. I don't know what's going on. But yes, welcome back. Today we're going to continue with our hunter. We've unlocked, yesterday we unlocked Torghast. We unlocked our mission table, whoop whoop. We started getting some of our callings. We did some world quests. We got our renown up to renown level 4. We need renown 5 to continue with the next bit of campaign. We're going to need to do a little bit of farming today for some anima. But we're really starting to get a good feel for how the end game plays out, how long it's going to take you to do things, and how feasible is it going to be to do this whole process on potentially 4, maybe even 5 characters. That's my plan. It's an extreme plan, but it's what I plan to do. What's the Forge of Bonds? Why do I not know what the Forge of Bonds is, and why is it lit up? We chose Moldraxxus for our hunter. We wanted to test out as Moldraxxus is feeling, the Necrolords, I should say. The Necrolords are feeling very tasty for potential multi-boxing, which is interesting. This is why it was lit up, because we... Have they changed this? Now requires renown 9 to get the next potency conduit. Hang on, this isn't what we chose. This wasn't the path we chose. Literally overnight they've changed the beta again. We were, so does that mean they've changed these trees? Travel with boot. First, yeah. Literally overnight they've changed these. Great. This is why I need to keep my eyes out on Wowhead. Well, we wanted the necrotic barrage conduit anyway, considering it gives our death chakram some more juice. I wasn't necessarily sure I wanted this one though. When reduced below 50% health, ooze courses over you, granting you a shield. Can only happen once every 30 seconds. Well, we didn't really want that one, but alright, sure. I guess we'll have to take it. What we'd have rather probably had is this one. Your first attack or spell cast on an enemy increases your damage done to them by 10%. That's the one we'd have really liked. That is probably more powerful than a 5% damage boost on Death Chakram that we can only fire off every 45 seconds. We would have preferred this one. But alright, Blizzard, sure. I get it. I get it. You're changing things. This is beta. It's fine. I'll let you off. What we do need to do is probably get ourselves some more conduits. Interestingly, there doesn't seem to be any way to see which ones you don't have, or to how to target them in any way, shape or form. At least if there is, I've not found it. Because you have your companions, you have the main report with your callings. It's saying I really need to go and collect this one. This one's only got 7 hours left to complete, so we're going to be doing some world quests in Ardenweald to complete this one. Yeah, it's not, doesn't seem to have any interface that sort of says this is odd. There's a hand icon on him as if it's to say that I can do something. But clicking on it doesn't do jack. Alright, this is odd. Do you unlock the companions by questing? Well, that seems to be the case. Previously on the beta, they just had question. I think once you unlock more adventurers with your mission table, as your renown increases. And as that increases, you get given quests, which you can then complete to go and get them. I think that's meant to be the natural order. Morning, Woo. Did you see the latest debate in the crafting channel on the Discord talking about price floors for cloth from vendoring shuffles in Shadowlands? I didn't see it in Discord, but I have seen it mentioned. And yes, it's one thing I plan to have a little bit of a look at today. I wasn't going to do it first thing. I was going to let a few people more. My stream takes about an hour before it kicks off and it hits its sort of peak amount of concurrence. So I was going to wait until there was a few more people here before talking about it, because I imagine lots will be interested. Some numbers looked a little worrying to me, but I can't validate. Well, the issue is simply the fact that it's creating a price floor for cloth, which is like 8 or 9 gold or something ridiculous. Which, yes, sounds very much too high. Blizzard might need to do some tweaking, but the simple thing they have to do is just tweak the amount that single craft vendors for, and it's a 5-minute fix. At least from what I've read and what I understood briefly within 3 minutes of browsing Reddit this morning. Greetings, good morning to you. Welcome one and all. But yes, we will take a little bit of a looky at the profession stuff later as well. Deposit 600 anima in the anima reservoir at the Seat Primus. Sure. Make sure we've picked up everything quest-wise. Return lost souls. Rescue more souls in the maw. I believe this should be a weekly quest if I understand it right. Each week you'll get 1 renowned by rescuing some souls. Now, in theory, that should be a weekly quest. We've got 3 different callings. Covenant Sanctum, Replenish Anima, 1,000 Anima. Oh, they've now changed it. Collect 1,000 Anima for the Anima Reservoir. Hey, my bug report is obviously doing something beneficial, look. We reported this as the incorrect number yesterday, and they've gone back and fixed it. Luckily, it is meant to be 1,000 Anima that we need to collect, not 1,500, which is nice. Bit quicker, bit easier. That is the equivalent of, I think, completing basically 3 world quests. So each of the world quests seems to give you about 350 anima a piece. Morning, y'all. Wonder how the math will check out on the passive gold from the conservatory if you do a vendor shuffle. The likelihood is that you won't be getting that many materials from the conservatory to even make it worthwhile your time trying to shuffle them. The materials you get from the conservatory, you'll probably want to either use them in professions yourself or sell them on the auction house. There's very little reason, at least early game, that I think that these vendor shuffles are even going to be a thing. Although, if there becomes, I said I wasn't going to talk about this too early, but it appears I probably am. It turns out that if there's going to be something like an 8 gold price floor on cloth, that people are going to go out of their way to farm it. If you can get 1,000 cloth an hour, for example, that's in the ballpark then of 8,000 gold an hour just from farming cloth, regardless of what other stuff you pick up. Now, the argument stands that at the beginning of an expansion, you could probably then sell that cloth on the auction house for considerably more than the 8 gold, but that price floor is still a price floor. If people want to ignore the auction house, then they can. Yeah, interesting. I saw your last stream. For me, only the Torghast realm is accessible. Reported the bug feels bad, man. Oh, really? So you've got beta access, but it only gives you access to Torghast. That's odd. I presume that, well, that may be a limit. I don't know. I've had the beta for a long time though. I've had the beta since early August, I think. I was one of the first to get into the beta after it came out of alpha, I think. But you should have Torghast, Oribos, and the Maw. There should be three different realms. In theory, at least. Are world quests going to be available at the start of the expansion, or do we have to wait a week like raids and stuff? Well, assuming you can level yourself up quick enough and you can get yourself introduced to your sanctum, there's a quest chain you go through and it unlocks world quests for you. So there's no reason you shouldn't be able to get world quests pretty much within the first hour or so from digging 60. There's a weird thing at the moment on the beta that part of the regular campaign and the part of introducing yourself to your covenant is that it asks you to go and complete 3 world quests, and then later on there's a quest that says complete this and you'll get access to world quests. So something's wrong, but I don't know what's wrong as with the leveling at the moment. But interesting. They wrote a blue post. Coffee hasn't done its work yet, obviously. They wrote a blue post on the 30th of September that some people had the same problem, but they wrote they fixed it, or at least not for you. Just try and do a in your battle.net you can do a repair and install. It might just be that your locally stored data for the game is a bit whack. You might have to do a repair and install on that. But morning, White Hatted. Welcome. Good to see you. But right, let's crack on with this a little bit. We'll talk about the potential drama that's going on with the vendor shuffle. In about half an hour now, maybe. But let's see how our sanctum's going. We've only got 500. We've only got 500 anima, which is going to be our problem right now, meaning that we're struggling to unlock other features. I would quite like to get our abomination factory on the go, but it does require me having six souls where I've only got 4, so we're going to need to go over to the moor, pick up some of these. Interestingly, I really do want to find out just how we get access to more and more of these souls, because if you look at the numbers of these 70 souls, are these like farmable in the moor, or are these going to solely be linked behind? Is this another time gating thing? Because for example, when we look at where is it this one, for example, return lost souls, this is a weekly quest. You go and do stuff in the moor, rescue souls from the moor, 5 of them, and then those 5 redeemed souls you get to use in your sanctum. But if you can only gain a maximum of 5 of these every week, it could be a real kick in the teeth for upgrading your covenant. It could literally be more time gating than even the renowned itself. Because this is considered a weekly quest. It's not a daily quest. Getting 5 a day would seem somewhat sensible. But when you look at even this, for example, 22 needed to unlock the 3rd tier of your flying fortress, plus the 8, that's 30. So you need 31 in total to unlock your transport network to full, which is, if it's only 5 a week, that's potentially like, what is that, 6 weeks just to unlock your transport network. Anima conductors, the same again, that could be another 6 weeks. Your command table, another 6 weeks. That's before you even want to get into your abomination factory. Now, of course, all of this could be simply you link this to the Night Fae with their Queen's Conservatory, for example. If it takes you, let's do the maths. What's the total number of souls on this then? So 40, 110, 120, 122, 124, 144, 150. 150 at 5 a week. That's 30 weeks. 30 weeks. Which is like 7 months just to unlock your abomination factory if you're restricted to only 5 of these a week. Do you think they may be slowing it down because they're going to have to delay the start of the raid tier? I'm not entirely sure. I've not done any raid testing, but from what I've heard from people that have done raid testing, is that it's still a bit sticky. It's not in the best of places right now. But we'll have to see. Let's go and do this quests in specific, because this, I think, is going to be part of some sort of chain that's going to lead us to unlock another one of our soul binds. would be a full year to unlock all the things. I hope that's not the case. Yeah, me too. I'm hoping that we have access to these souls at a greater speed than just what is currently being advertised as 5 a week. I will look into it, but if it is 5 a week, it's realistically an entire year to unlock everything in your sanctum, which is crazy. Definitely meaning you're going to need to play on 4 alts consistently if you want to unlock everything for all of the covenants. But yeah, we'll clarify that. I don't want to cause concern by giving out false information until I know more. But at least the way that I see so far, the way that it's been presented in this natural flow of the game, these souls are required at a rate of 5 a week by completing this weekly quest by going to the Moor. I haven't done significant testing in the Moor though since they've changed things up, so we will have to find out. My YouTube dashboard has gone to shit for some reason. Oh, there is people here. Okay, nice. My YouTube dashboard wasn't giving me any indication to how many viewers were here. I was hoping I hadn't effed. No, we're all good. We're all good. Yeah, I'm hoping this quest is meant to be a daily rather than a weekly. Maybe you complete it once for a week and then there's a smaller version. Maybe you can get 3 a day or something like that, possibly. Would feel a little bit more. If you could get 3 a day, that could be like potentially, what, 21 a week? Means you could unlock things a little bit faster. I'm not entirely sure. I read something online. Here's a copy-paste. Many rare enemies in the Moor pop up world quests when you get close enough, which can but don't always include 1 to 10 freed souls. Ah, that's better then. Okay. Now, one thing we do know is that your time in the Moor is somewhat gated, because the greater amount of things you do in the Moor, the greater the more you piss off the jailer, and when you piss off the jailer, he eventually will just one-shot you and kill you so that you can't do anything there. I wish they could have called the place something different than the Moor, because I want to use the word more, M-O-R-E, in the same sentence a lot of the time, and it's confusing. More, exactly. God damn. Unfortunately, with my British accent, more and more are pronounced the same way. If it's time gated, maybe we can sell spawning the rare in Moldraxxus that drops a mount. Potentially. So the more you do, the more the jailer hunts you. The more you do, the more the jailer wants to maul you to pieces. Yeah. That is true. Lead Rathian and Emily to the body of Banks, okay? Oh, there's another quest over here. Interesting that quests have started to, not even worm quests as well, just regular ass quests have started to pop up on my on the minimap for some reason. But I think what we just need to do is fire through as much content as we can physically do, because we will slowly but surely start. Why do I not have a pet? We will slowly but surely start to feel what the natural flow is, and where the potential bottlenecks will be. I guess that's the more crucial thing to find out. How are we doing, Hal? Good to see you, my man. Welcome. My worry is that I've not heard anybody compliment them more. Well, yeah. I don't think anybody really likes it. I think it's, yeah, I don't think anybody really likes it. And it's probably due to one very simple fact. The fact that you can't mount in the damn zone. That in itself is going to be such a crucial thing that it will that one aspect alone, regardless of what, it could be the most incredible zone in the world, but the fact that you have to run around it and can't mount would be enough for people to hate it. Just like Vashir is an absolutely wonderful zone. It looks incredible, but nobody wants to level there because it's underwater and it's fucking annoying. Apart from that, though, if this zone was created in the same manner that Nazjatar was created, to where it's technically underwater but it's not, it would be one of the best zones they've ever made. It's absolutely beautiful down there, but you have to swim all the time and it's fucking annoying, so people don't want to go there ever. It's the same with the moor, that not being able to mount up is a big enough concern for many people to just instantly dislike it. I didn't actually check what I was meant to be doing on that quest. Maybe I should check. Magnificent skin obtained. Okay, so we need to go get... This task is probably above your capabilities, but listen anyway. As I construct, I was feared throughout the Shadowlands. The magnificent skin of my construct was impervious to mortal weapons. It was a work of art that took years to perfect. When it was removed from my construct, it was Founder Iskar who took great delight in stealing that skin. He keeps it on himself as a souvenir. Kill Founder Iskar and get my skin back. Sure. Lord Ruin, welcome, welcome. Good to see you back, my man, welcome. Playing a druid in the moor was okay. Well, yeah, obviously playing a druid is going to be fine because you've got your travel form, which is still allowed, which means that druids have got a huge advantage, like instant, massive advantage. If you want to make yourself some gold in the when Shadowlands launches, be a druid, stand outside the Venari's cave in the moor as a druid, and sell transportation to different places in the moor. People will give you 50 gold and it'll take you 2 minutes and you'll run somewhere for them. Guaranteed. So quick and easy. Stock up on the 150 movement speed pots. Yeah, but they're on like a 5-minute cooldown. What is the moor and what can you do there? Well, the theory is that the moor is meant to be a zone that is kind of the where all of the souls go when they die. Now we are technically considered a moor walker because we were able to go to the moor and escape. People aren't meant to be able to escape this, but we can. We can go in between it because we're special. But the issue people have had with the moor as a zone in general is that it's very barren. It's never felt like there's much reason to be there. And the only reasons you do have to go there are to grind for things that you don't want to be doing. It's nice that they've added these quest markers now, so at least we know that we can go there and we can do stuff. There is stuff to do there. They've added herbs and they've added ore there and stuff. But so far, it's basically the end game zone, or what is being advertised as the end game zone. Yet most players that have played on the beta don't ever want to go there because it's just dull and boring. And for the most part, it's never felt like there's a lot to actually do there. This could be one considerable reason to why the game was delayed, because a lot of the changes that we're seeing recently are affecting them more. It's almost like they just didn't have their end game zone completed in any way, shape or form and needed more time to complete it. Is travel form 100% in the moor or 60? I would imagine it's probably 60. I'm not entirely sure. How do you transport someone as a druid? I have one for owned content and gathering. When you go into travel form, can't somebody click on you and ride you like a mount? I thought that was a druid thing. Or is that not a thing anymore? It always frustrated the hell out of me when I was multi-boxing druids and I would accidentally click on another druid and half of them would be on top of other ones and it was just annoying. Also means it'll be extremely cheap with minute margins or minute margins. Well, you just charge people a flat rate. Be like literally like a taxi service. Like I will take you from A to B and I charge you 100 gold a minute. If it takes me 4 minutes to get there, I'm going to charge you 400 gold. Suramar 2.0. Yeah, but the difference was Suramar was cool. You actually had cool stuff to do in Suramar. Yes, it was an endgame zone, and a lot of people disliked Suramar, but you had all the rares there that was cool. You had all the architecture that was cool. This is just a barren wasteland. Yeah, I not got many positive things to say about the Moor, unfortunately. It would be great if the spawn rate of herbs or ore was higher in the Moor. Potentially. Potentially. For me, they never quite matched the Timeless Isles in terms of fun and systems in the endgame. Timeless Isle was a fantastic zone. Yes, I have to agree. Easily one of the best zones they've ever created. Timeless Isle was a wonderful place. I would still quite comfortably go back to the Timeless Isle even today, just to knock off like achievements and like capture some of the rares and all that sort of stuff. This zone was incredible. I heard that they wanted the Moor to be like the Timeless Isle, but haven't seen that play out. Well, at least on the Timeless Isle you could get on a damn mount. The reason for not being able to mount in the Moor is nothing more than Blizzard trying to slow down your progress in there, just to make things feel more dangerous. Increasingly dangerous. I've got to stop using the word more in a quantitative fashion. God damn. Rivaling the Timeless Isle, though, was the Isle of Thunder. This place was also very, very good. Mr. Pandaria absolutely smashed it when it came to endgame zones. Isle of Thunder, not quite as good as Timeless Isle, but both fantastic zones in their own right. Plenty of things to do, plenty of reasons to be there. Potentially you could complete the zone as well on a character that was nice. You could go there, you could go there and you could actually somewhat finish what you had to do for the day. That was really nice. You could spend a lot longer there and you could farm out all of the rares each and every day, but that was entirely up to you, and that was really for personal reasons. It wasn't a requirement for you to be there all day and every day. Mechagon again was another one that was pretty cool. I enjoyed Mechagon. I enjoyed Mechagon way more than Nazjatar. Nazjatar annoyed me. Didn't like the vibe of Mechagon. It felt like a dump. Well, it was kind of meant to be a little bit like that. Just a main central hub in the middle, with lots of weird stuff going on the island. It was, if you go back into the lore, Mechagon had a lot of lore to it, which I think they had to adhere to the lore quite heavily in that one. But we need to continue on. I enjoy chatting, but this is not progress. Locate skewering needles, razor thread spools, and clotted patches. Okay, so we're basically making. We're in the process of making our next soulbind. You beat me to the correction. Good job. Hey, I out Englished an English teacher. How about that? I don't ever expect to be able to do that again, though. So. Oh, okay. So that's one of 30 cloth patches. Time to do a bunch of killing then. Let's. These don't seem to hit too hard, so let's tag a few of them. Take the W's where you can get them. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'll take the dub. It's fine. Oh, hang on, what's this? A razor thread spool. I need to pick one of this up for me quest. Where did you go? Oi! Son of a... Ah, when you attack these dudes, they drop them. It must have literally despawned. Okay. I get it. There's 1 of 10. Razor Thread Hauler. So we need to get our pet on the go, killing these things, and I need to obviously pick these up because their spawn time is pretty low. I kind of wish we could get a goblin zone like that and a look revamp. I only have 1 for the alchemy bonus. I wish the goblin starter zone was made into an endgame zone. The goblin starter zone is highly underrated in my opinion by a lot of people. That zone was incredible, and it's really disappointing to me that it is literally like a 1 to 10 zone. Yeah, there we go, see? The Goblin Starter Zone was incredible. This is the problem, like, Blizzard make these, like, absolutely amazing, like, zones and areas, but they just don't get any love, because the second we go, every 2 years, they basically delete everything and start again. It's odd. Wouldn't it be cool if something like the Timeless Isle, there was like a, I don't know how you'd structure it in the game, but like a time walking endgame zone. They've created this chromie time business. Balancing it would be an absolute fucking nightmare, but that's not my job. I'm not the game designer. Like they've got chromie time for leveling. Why can't you do a chromie time for like endgame content as well? Why can't you choose to go back to the Timeless Isle and have that all scaled up? You could even have it so like it basically offers no rewards or anything, but you could still be there. Like if you wanted to go back and get like your achievements done, you could get the pets, you could get the mounts. It basically means that all of the content that Blizzard spend countless hours and days and investment in making, it doesn't go to waste. They kind of did it with Assaults when they took us back to the Vale and Alndom. Yeah, that sort of thing. It gets a hard rap because some people see it as like just reusing content and it being categorized as lazy development. But realistically, why shouldn't you be given the option? They've created these zones. In fairness, now nobody is going to go to the Timeless Isle for any reason whatsoever, ever, apart from maybe to farm up a rare or to knock off 1 or 2 achievement points. And it's just sad, because they were crazy good zones. You can have your Shadowlands content, you can have your natural progression endgame, but use this chromie time system that they've created to scale things accordingly, and give us access to play these old zones in some sort of relevant fashion. I mean, if you could chromie time the Timeless Isle and the gear it drops for you is not as good as doing world quests even, but it could be really cool for like catch-up. It's a catch-up mechanic, for example. If your alts need to catch up to where the main storyline is, they could catch up on the Timeless Isle. Killing rares and pets and mobs out on the Timeless Isle, for example, could give you the catch-up gear, just like the Benthic tokens were meant to be. That wouldn't be too difficult for Blizzard to do, I imagine. I don't know. Maybe I just want to go back to the Timeless Isle. I just find it very odd that they create these amazing zones and then they use them for 3 months and then they're just gone. 100,000 currency and exalted to buy the mount begs to differ. 100,000. What are we referring to there? As someone who never got to Oldham in vanilla, I love to go back and see the zone for the first time. I would rather than make a gadget zone the version we see in Hearthstone, a full harbour with factions and gangster goblins, Pandarians and demons ruling them. That sounds pretty cool. Oh, my pet's dead. I'm reading chat and my pet's dead. Oh, okay, grinding for the mount there. Yeah, I mean, there are still some reasons to go back to these zones. But you are literally, you're not there doing anything what I would consider constructive, because you are literally just smashing your face against the keys, grinding mobs. I feel that these zones could be used in a lot more of an effect, a lot more, they could be better utilised, I think. And as has been mentioned, that like, you got to remember this game is like 15 years old. Some of these zones, when did Mr. Pandaria come out? Like the Timeless Isle was probably released in what, like 2013 maybe? Is the Timeless Isle like maybe 7 years old now? We had Warlords of Draenor that was 2 years, Legion that was 2 years, BFA that was 2 years. So yeah, like good 6 years ago. There are a huge percentage of the current player base that have never experienced that. And yet, even by today's standards, it's a really good zone. "100% agree, awesome content wasted." Yeah. It's like, it's literally there. It's literally there for them to use. And there's no reason that they can't be creating new content. They can be creating new zones. They can be fleshing out them more. But there's no reason they can't also allow us to continually use these older zones and systems that they've created. I remember at the launch event here in Milan, second in line, front row, got my copied signed from 2 of the devs. Oh, nice one. I still need some thread, and I can't seem to find it on any of these tables. Released on 25th of September 2012. There we go then. So yeah, that is now comfortably 8 years old. Timeless Isle was released 8 years ago. That's crazy. I never agreed with the whole panda thing. I was very disappointed that we ended up having an entire expansion about pandas. It just didn't feel very World of Warcrafty to be running around playing as pandas. But the content they produced during Mr. Pandaria was pretty good, to be fair. Was pretty good. How many of these things do we need? We've got... That's number 6. We need 4 more. Oh, some mobs carry the spools. Yeah, these razor thread haulers dudes, they carry them, and then you can either find them on tables like this, or these guys drop them when you aggro them. But apparently aggroing just those by themselves is not as straightforward as it looks. Oh, 25th of September was Miss Pandaria release. Timeless Isle was later. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, sure. Okay. But even still, like, it plus or minus a year then on my maths. I need one more of these things. Where can we find one more? Hang on, there's one. Look. There's a dude. No, attack my pet, you knob. Didn't care about the pandas, still don't. quest experience and leveling is what I loved, and the zones, they were amazing. Blown away the first time. Yeah, I somewhat agree. I never cared for the pandas. Oh, we need to go get this dude's skin as well, apparently. Have I tried the new trinkets? I've not tried the new trinkets. No, there is a trinket vendor, but it's difficult. I have to spend my anima. I'm probably not going to test them on this character. I can go test them on another character on another part of the, on another realm on the beta. Where's this dude we need to kill then? Ah, this is the dude that apparently has stolen the skin. I'm going to harvest your skin. That is pretty gross, to be fair. And this guy slaps a bit harder than I was expecting. I don't know what Spectral Bolt is, but I'm gonna ignore that one. How bad are the default pets? Are the default pets for hunters? I really want to roll one. Pets are pretty. To be fair, pets are pretty homogenized. You just have 3 different types of pets. I know that's not the huntery thing to be saying, but for the most part of gameplay, a hunter pet is a hunter pet. It's not going to make a huge difference. Technically, the pets do have their 3 different specs themselves: ferocity, tank, tenacity, and cunning. But realistically, there's not a huge difference. If you have a ferocity pet, you get primal rage, so you get your heroism or bloodlust or whatever you want to call it. So you become somewhat useful, and the predator's thirst. You gain, your pet gains, you and your pet gain some leech, so it's pretty good. But of course, the cool thing about hunters is you can go out and you can tame different pets, and some of them do have like their own different, rather than having just like a basic claw ability. Like this one, for example, has a winged agility. Oh no, shit! I've hung around here too long. Quick, get the thing and run away. I've managed to aggro him again. Get out of here! Escape! Heck, come on! There we go. We're good. We're fine. We're fine. A Volpera hunter with 2 alpacas is the best. Yeah, I bet that looks pretty ridiculous.
Do you know how many rivals I have slain?
That is what I call an RPG thing to do. Blizzard is so worried about giving the game an RPG feel. Focus on this. Quest with RPG feeling, cool raid themes, etc. Yeah, Blizzard seems to forget sometimes that this is an MMORPG. It's a massively multiplayer, online, role-playing game. The hint is in the name. And if you're not doing enough like role-playing, or it's not massively multiplayer enough, then it's not kind of it's not even fitting its own, you know, I don't know how to describe it, but Undead Hunter with the undead pets is really cool RPG look wise. Yeah, they do look quite cool actually. If you there are some undead pets that you can actually already start to tame, even in pre-patch. Weapons of mass construction. We are in luck. Surgeon Stitchflesh and his assistant have not returned from Bastion. The entire stitch yard is lightly guarded. We must work fast. See if you can get the equipment operational. Once it's active, we can begin the construction process. Get the assembly lab operational.
Consult the schematics before we proceed. Ameni's construct is of complex design. Good.
Aha, okay.
The vat of acerbic bile and connect it to the construct.
Connecting to, where are we connecting to? To here. I guess we go plug it into our dude here. Here, have some anima. Boom. Take some enzymes. Hang on. Why didn't we get... So not only are we building a construct, this is obviously giving us a little bit of a heads up.
The construct is nearly ready to receive a mini soul.
Because part of the Necrolords is that you get to create these constructs. A good heart. Despite the beliefs of most people, Emily is a kind heart. At least she will have one once you give it to her. I can think of no one better than you, Moorwalker, to give Emily a new heart. Perhaps this will warm her blood towards you. Might become friends or even soulbinds. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Yes, you will. Please select and place a heart in Emily's construct. Well, okay. Do I get to pick a heart, a strong heart, a kind heart, or a ruthless heart? Strong heart. We go strong heart.
Be powerful allies, Moorwalkers, but not friends.
Give her a kind heart. No, we went with strong heart. Always strong.
I look forward to
You've done it. The construct is complete. The Slaughter's daughter lives again.
strength in numbers.
Boom! So you are going to become my second soulbind. The Slaughter daughter. Help Emily slaughter everybody on her list. Bottled up inside. Rescue 10 imprisoned souls in the Etheric Vault. Right, so we're... What's that? 57 Stitchyard construct slain. Why 57? That feels like a really odd number. Exactly 57. Sure. That's a very odd number. Oh shit. What did this actually do? Adds creatures in the target area to Emily's list to be killed. Oh, so it's basically like just drop it down and she'll do all the killing for you. I get it. Emily kills them all fast, yeah. I understand the reason for like... I mean, 57 is still an odd number, mind, but... Now you go to town, look. Boom! Plus she does a good job at holding aggro. Is there anything else we're meant to be collecting at least? We're meant to be freeing some souls, so let's try and find where these souls are to be freed. Now there's the likely event that I can just aggro a whole bunch of these and then send Emily to actually kill them. That might be easier. Yeah, she absolutely smokes them. This is all good. Where's this main dude we meant to kill then? Is that going to be this one over here? Yardmaster Pralak. How much health we got? 75k. Easy game. Let's make sure I keep my pet alive though this time. Schoolboy error every time, that one. Oh, we should probably be using our Death Chakram at least as well. Easy game. Easy game. What were these things? Didn't even notice what they were. Now we need just a whole bunch more stuff killed. Sure. Let's head over to here and get some freed souls.
I require a target.
Oh, everything despawned. Odd. In the end, I got to 300k yesterday. That's impressive for a day's work. Pretty impressive. Repeat that every day for a month, and you're gold capped, my man. What is this? What is going on? I'm assuming these are the souls I need to free. Yep. Do that 10 times. One, two. We need a few more. Yeah, spiders jumping on your head. That's like, it's it feels very alien facehugger-esque. I mean, it's literally one of my worst fears, to be like surrounded in spiders. I'm not a fan of spiders. Luckily, I had the advantage of going from living in the United Kingdom, where the house spiders there are horrendous. They're big, they're ugly, they're fast as all hell. Like, literally, the house spiders in the UK are like Usain Bolt. Those things are fast. Luckily, though, moved to Finland, where it's far too fucking cold for spiders. You ain't gonna find a spider here in Finland. Now, there are obviously other reasons why I moved to Finland, not just for the lack of spiders, but it was one of the deciding factors. Spider hater equals fly lover in my eyes. Can't trust them. I mean, I'm happy for a spider to be a spider, as long as it's slow and steady and doesn't move faster than I can move. Plus, I have never had a fly in the room and asked a spider to go get it and it actually do it. So, I don't entirely agree that with that sentiment that you can't kill spiders because they eat all the flies. They don't eat all the flies. They eat one fly a week. How many? I'm going to need a lot of spiders. Right, what requires chain pulling something? Where, not this chain. Where's the thing I meant to pull? I don't know. Sorry, dude. You're going to have to stay in there. Trinkets are now at 2k gold, only 1400 in profit. Sales are also slowing down, meaning the market's close to saturation point. Yeah, I mean, it was always going to be a niche thing. Absolutely. Totally a niche thing. Glad you agree the world needs more spiders. Oh, god damn. I'm going to lose a member of the coffee club if I keep on this one, but no, the world does not need more spiders. Where is these vault chain pull? I need to find a vault chain. That key came from Fleshcraft, if I remember rightly. Oh, okay, I see. Hey, been following your content for a while now. Great job, to be honest. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Welcome. Glad you could catch a stream. We stream every day, every day, Monday through till Friday. Exactly the same time, so put a note in your diary. Good to have you. This is number 7. Number 8. 8, 9 and 10 are all in here. Good, nice. That's what we like. Oh damn, these things split into like into more stuff. By the way, people are mentioning you in the WoW thread on reset era. Looks like the word is spreading. Cool. Cool. I don't know what reset era is, but sure, cool. Just throw me over a link, I'll have a look at it and I'll inflate my ego later. Where's the hand in for this though? Can we open these yet? No, we still can't open them, of course not. Is it this way to get out of here? I guess it must be. Where's the quest turning, dude, then? Oh, okay, here you are. Nice. Bottled up, complete. Now we need... What did we not finish doing? We only killed 24 out of 57 things. Well, we can go kill a bunch of these then, at least. Look. Tag all of you guys. Drop you down here. Tag you. Was that 29 out of 57. Oh, they're literally... this is... oh, luckily it doesn't appear that these things actually drop anything. Because the rate that these things are spawning is worrying. But they don't seem to have like any reasonable drop table, so no gold, no greens, no nothing seems to be dropping from them, so we might be safe. This is probably going to be too much to pull. Reset Era is the NeoGAF successor, the biggest gaming forum, and members include game devs, game journalists, etc. It was pretty hard to be a member back in the GAF days. They manually review signups. Oh, I see. Well, I have this feeling that I'm probably one of very few content creators that have access to the beta that actually actively tests things. Most content creators that have been given access to the beta literally played the game like the game had been released and then made a couple of videos on it. There's not many people out there that actually have sort of tested things. So I would imagine that I get quoted at least a few times for, I mean, my overview on the professions probably more than anything. I mean, I would be happy for somebody to correct me on this, but I almost feel like there's nobody else out there that is focused on the Shadowlands professions as heavily as I have. And the reason I did it was because I couldn't find any information on it in the first place, so... that's not me trying to, like, blow my own trumpet or anything. People spamming mythic dungeons while basic quests are still buggy. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't care how balanced a mythic plus is. That can take some actual tweaking and tuning once the game goes live if needs be, but actually having systems and games in a state where they work, That's what feels somewhat important to me. Bellular, me, Preach, and Soul are the only ones that seem to do beta content. Yeah. Soul does a little bit of everything. Bellular now is more devoted to his just news in general, but I do still enjoy. Everybody enjoys a bit of Bellular action from now and then. And of course, Preach does literally everything from a raiding perspective nowadays, but I don't blame him because that's literally how he plays the game, so it makes sense. Have we killed all of these yet? We need 3 more. Here we go. Here's exactly 3. Perfect timing is that. Blow away, mate. You've done invaluable testing and spent hours and hours on it. I'm sure you've helped inform how polished some of the systems end up working. Ah, cheers, man. Appreciate it. Now, is that all of them? I think that's all of them. Do we get US a Soulbind yet? Well, we've done 500 quests. There is no way we've done 500 quests on this character. But sure, alright, fine. Let's get out of this zone before we start aggroing everything. Boggles my mind how some of your videos have less than 1,000 views. Ignore views, please, for the love of God. Ignore views on my videos. I am fully aware how to, if I wanted to blow up on YouTube, I could blow up on YouTube. Views mean very little. You forget my day-to-day is social media marketing and sales, so that's kind of what I'm good at. I've got the YouTube thing under control, don't worry.
Do you know how many rivals I have slain?
Views on YouTube mean basically very little. Like I said, I don't want to pick apart any specific person or channel in general. But my aim with my YouTube is not to blow up overnight and get 500,000 views on a video. That's genuinely not what I want to do. I would rather create a channel with content that is interesting and informative, and it focuses not only on providing the information, but it builds a brand around me as a person as well. If you just slap down a clickbait thumbnail and title, yes, your video gets views, but there's very little chance that anybody will have any form of connection to you as a content creator. They just want to know where the next big farming spot is. That's all they care about. They're not the views I'm interested in. So this is why, it's another reason why I decided to actually stream on YouTube rather than on Twitch. That I wanted to build a community on YouTube, and as you can see from the chat, there's a whole bunch of you that are here virtually every single day, which is what I value more than anything else. Please don't pull a student with the thumbnails. Yours are nice and classy. I like to keep them a little bit more. I would like my thumbnail to actually tell you what's in the video, rather than just be in every thumbnail. It's why I don't put myself in the thumbnails, because nobody, at this point, my channel has like 5k subs and my videos get less than 1,000 views still. People don't want to see my face in a thumbnail because right now they don't care who I am. But if I give them good enough information and then they catch a stream or two, then eventually people will actually, regardless of what my thumbnail or title is they'll click on the video because they know the content in it will be valuable or entertaining or informative or any of the above. Are you considering doing off-time streams in the future to gain traction with people in other time zones? I feel like it's 90% European at the moment. Well, the main reason is that I like to do my streams so that they fit in with my personal life. streaming in the evenings is something that, yes, would help with growing the audience. And yeah, there is a possibility that I'll start doing off time streams. But this is kind of why I want to do streams and videos all on the one platform. When I get my stream a little bit more organised, it's as you're fully aware, it's definitely not organised as it stands right now. I make a thumbnail in the morning, think about what I'm going to do roughly on the stream that day, and then just roll with it. But as I sort of start to plan things a little bit more, I can actually start making sort of constructive videos from the stream, so that even if you don't catch the stream itself, you could watch a 20-minute highlight sort of video. I really don't like even having my VODs on my channel, if I'm honest. Because A, they make my YouTube channel look slightly cluttered, and B, people don't watch VODs. But I leave them up on the channel right now so that people can watch them if they want. But I appreciate most people don't watch VODs. Some come for the content, not the looks. Yeah, I'm sure. Your engagement metrics look okay. My engagement metrics are reasonable. The one thing that YouTube cares about is click-through rate. And my click-through rate is off the charts, which is why I know that I'm doing the right thing. So a big shout out to all of you guys that see one of my new videos pop up and then click on it and watch it. So thank you very much. Off-time streams will just literally be a bonus. Yeah. What is click-through rate? Click-through rate is the percentage of people that see your thumbnail on YouTube in relation to then how many click it. So if 100 people see your thumbnail, whether it be on their subscription feed or on their homepage or linked on the sidebar after they've watched another video, if 100 people see your thumbnail somewhere and then say 5 people click it, that would be a 5% click-through rate. Realistically, on YouTube, most channels struggle to achieve more than an 8% click-through rate. Most channels, if they can get 8%, they are happy. Whereas currently, my average click-through rate is somewhere in the region of 17%. So, that tells me that when YouTube shows my thumbnail to people, people are interested in it and want to view it. The difficulty then comes is that YouTube is not showing it to enough people yet. But I know why they're not showing it to people yet, and it's fine. I understand it. I know YouTube inside out. So it seems like I've invested a lot of time in the study of YouTube. I mean, it's literally my day job. Maybe time for a thumbnail sellout. Well, I'll prove it to you one day. I'll prove it to you one day that if I was to do like the most unbelievable, outrageous click-through. In fact, I can show you exactly how and why it works. Let me see if I can show you something that won't dox me, because it's quite interesting. I can probably show you this screen. Can I? I probably can. I probably can. Let me just check. There's nothing on here that looks out of place. Apart from it shows half of my previous videos that nobody needs to see. Alright, I can show you this one. So, you guys may know, this is a bit of YouTube science for you. We don't need to go too deep into YouTube science. But it interests me, and it apparently interests a few of you guys as well. If we look at some of the first videos that I published, my quick look videos on all the Shadowlands content, you'll notice I did a whole, ignore that one. You'll notice we did a whole bunch of them, focusing very quickly on all of the different, this was very deliberate by the way, all of the videos focusing on each of the Shadowlands professions, quick look videos. They did really well on Reddit, people loved them. Then if we take a look at, let's go back to the previous page. Then we look at one of the videos I posted after I looked at all of the professions. I did a clickbait, or sort of clickbait, best Shadowlands profession. Cool thumbnail. Put the word best in the title and you'll instantly get more clicks. Best Shadowlands profession, and to date it is the best performing video on my channel by far. And this is what's known as like siloing. I created a whole bunch of small videos, each did reasonably well, and then I clustered them all into one hero video, and the hero video popped off. I know 14,000 views is not popping off, but in relation to the amount of views that my other videos get on average, this one got shared a lot more by YouTube. And when you do this 2 or 3 times with YouTube, YouTube learns about your channel, it learns about the type of people that want to watch your videos, and then eventually you get to a point where YouTube has a big enough database of people that it knows that if it shows your thumbnail to, they will click on it and they will watch it. Once that database of information is big enough with YouTube, that's when YouTube can really sort of promote a channel and you pop off and you blow up. But yeah, that is how I got here. Well, yes, I imagine most of you in the channel either saw one of my first quick view videos or saw my best Shadowlands profession video. It was all done very deliberately. Debated, absolutely debated. I played you all for suckers. No, it's just I just know how YouTube works. You and Samadan are my new favourites. Best I found out for in-depth goal making profession and auction house content. Yep, I would agree. Well, I'm not agreeing that I'm your favourite, but yes, Samadan equally is very good at what he does. He shares a similar mindset when it comes to goal making. I feel used. I feel so cheap. Sorry. Well, I had to get my channel off the ground. That's it was a quick and easy way to get the channel off the ground. I'm loving some of your suggestions for thumbnail for titles, by the way. 100k goal per hour. Get the new method now. Top 10 goal making. You won't believe. Nobody's put gone wrong in brackets. That's always a nice cheeky clickbait thumbnail. I found you by somebody mentioning your name in a gold making thread on Reddit. Oh, well, that's cool to know. That's very cool to know. Quick view and then into best profession. Now I'm here almost every day. There we go. See, the system works. And I did it all without clickbait, all without like shock tactics, or that's how you should build an audience, like naturally. Don't outpace yourself. Maybe I should try and write a clickbait creator that uses the Google Trending API. Yeah, what would be the ultimate clickbait title? That could be quite interesting. I was here with the first quick looks. Yes, very true. You're one of the OGs of my channel. Let's face it. We're here for the dogs and sushi. Well, that's true. That's true. Where are my dogs? My dogs are both downstairs right now. Anyway, let's get cracking. We've lost focus again. Stop talking about me for a minute. Let's start talking about the game. We need to go back and place we call home. Let's hearth back, because I ain't running unless I have to. +1 for dogs and sushi. How to get laid with WoW professions. I'm loving that title. This skinning spot just got sexual. # gone wrong. You'll never believe how much gold I made mining this copper ore. Yeah. Love me some clickbait. Question, do you have an amp for those 880s? 990s actually, and yes. I can't easily show it to you, but it's just a tiny little something. Yes. Yeah, if you try and use them without some sort of preamp, they're trash. Ethots love gold billionaires. Oh dear. It's bad, but I like it. I like it. 100k views instantly. Probably right. Do you mind if I ask a profession-related question? Kind of struggling. Go ahead. Absolutely. Feel free.
Greetings, my friend. This can be more than a stitch yard for
There is nothing more satisfying than seeing a soul obtain their new construct body. With your help, we shall construct a new army of battle-worthy constructs to lead Moldraxus to victory. Sure. When do we get Emily as our... We've obviously got to complete this quest chain, I suppose. Stitching time. With proper resources, we can build a force to construct warriors greater than anything we've ever seen in the Shadowlands. Visit some dude and see if you can secure the resources we need. Upgrade Abomination Factory to Tier 1. Oh, okay. It's literally... So we've done the introductory quest at least. Cool. 990s are a bit shrill for me. Like the 880s, 250 ohm more. The 990s, they take a long time to break in. If you're a bit of an audio fiend, that you really do have to break them in, and then they soften out a lot. I mean, I've had them probably 2 years now, and it probably took close to 150 hours before they sort of mellowed out. How do you decide on what professions to pick on which characters? I'm struggling on my decision. You've got mining and druid. Mine's a druid with herbalism and mining, but set out the rest wise I have professions I kind of want. Druid, herbalism, mining, match made in heaven, absolutely perfect. I've got a prop paladin, which I think I'm getting skinning and tailoring to farm. Sure, skinning and tailoring is not a bad choice. I would pair skinning with leatherworking though. Primarily. It at least gives you the ability to then, you know, double dip on the professions there. Tailoring is often added to enchanting, because quite frequently you can craft a very regular way that people create their enchanting materials is by first creating things on a tailor, because it's usually very cheap to do because cloth is widely available, and then they just disenchant them to get the disenchanting material. So it's just more a case of it's just easier if they're both on the same profession. It saves you having to send all stuff through the mail and whatever. Shadow Priest on my main, since I fit enchanting something, then have a Hunter. Hunter, do what you wish, do what you want with. I'm not sure what to put with enchanting. Put enchanting and tailoring on a Shadow Priest, that makes logical sense. They will work together nicely. Then on your Hunter, you could do basically whatever you want, really. Samadan did a really good video on this. Yeah, Samadan recently did a video on like tailoring and enchanting and how they work well together, which I fully agree with and would fully endorse. Tailoring does go well with enchanting. Farming with a paladin is not something that would be recommended. They are slow. That is true, actually. That is kind of true. Paladins traditionally are more slow and cumbersome. Something like a demon hunter is one of the best classes for farming because they've got really strong burst AoE at virtually any stage of the game. Plus their movement speed is incredible. You'll see a lot of people that do a lot of skinning. It will be on a demon hunter just because their movement speed is off the charts. Clumbersome, awesome word. I didn't even know I didn't even know clumbersome was in my vocabulary, but sure, apparently it is. Thinking more of being a tank spec, would a hunter be better for that in the case? A demon hunter's BIS. Demon hunter is pretty much BIS for when it comes to skinning. Wouldn't it be kind of hard to farm cloth as a shadow priest though, being a clothy and all? I don't. I don't really know. I mean, I've not played a priest properly, but I imagine they're just as capable from a DPS point of view. Plus, you have the self heal. So although you take more damage, you have self heal ability. So one negates the other. I imagine shadow priests are still pretty good at doing some farming. They're not BIS, but they're pretty good. Demon hunters are good for gathering too, as you can glide around and be dizzy with vengeance. True. True. Yeah, well, this is a really good example of that. If there's anybody, there's a whole bunch of people here. There's like 35 of you here. There's a whole bunch of regulars here that are very well, have a lot of expertise between them. So I mean, yeah, if you have questions on professions or goalmaker or anything like that, that's literally half the reason I do this in the first place. Feel free, shout up. If I miss your message, which is rare because with a nice small group of people, I usually get to focus on the chat quite nicely. But there'll always be plenty of people that can pitch in and help find a solution for you. Right, let's keep going. We want to get this rocking and rolling. Check with Baroness Drakra back in the seat of the Primus. Sure, that's easy enough. So this is going to be our area for crafting our abominations. Let's head back up here. Yeah, using the pre-patch time to do some leveling of some spare characters is highly recommended. Leveling is really quick now. Most characters without really much preparation can go from level 1 to level 50 in somewhere around, I would say comfortably, like 12 hours of actual playtime. So you could just play an hour a day over a couple of weeks and have a new character. You could do it very casually if you wanted. It would actually take considerably less playtime if you did it casually as well, since the heirlooms, if you have them, heirlooms now give you a boost to your rested experience. So it sort of prioritizes you slowing at a more leveling at a more casual pace.
In the name of the Primus.
Okay, we need to upgrade our abominable stitching to rank 1. What is that going to require us? We're obviously going to need... We need ourselves some more souls and we need ourselves some more anima. So we need to actually get our ass into gear. What I should check is whether any of our callings are going to expire too soon and prioritise those. Complete 3 world quests in Ardenweld. We've only got 6 hours to complete this one, so I guess we want to get this one prioritised because we don't want to waste our... We don't want to let them expire because that's literally just a waste. World quests we can always come back to. So let's head over to Ardenweld then. Oh, hang on. There's a quest up here. Is this going to give us a new adventurer to our mission table? What's the zone in Pandaland I need to go again for the Jawn crafting thing? Jade Forest. Where's Brain? Where's Pandaland gone? Hello? Panda. There we go. The Jade Forest. Hang on. You're taking the piss now. I don't know where it is. It's this place over here. It's on the fucking map. You can see it. God damn, I got debated hard there. On the heirloom topic, any tip to getting the Stranglethorn heirloom ring? Yeah, the easiest tip is just don't bother. You don't need it. Heirlooms are basic. If you don't have heirlooms, don't go out of your way to get them anymore. worth very little. Got him. Yep. Although on the flip side, if you really do want them, there are some good guides out there for the fishing extravaganza. I think I want to say Hazelnutty Games did a really good video on it a while back, but I might be wrong. Been waiting to do that for a few days. Yeah, I bet you have. Just long enough so that I forgot it was a thing, of course. Complete a soul binding ritual and we get Emily. Cool, that's what we wanted. Ain't she beautiful? Look at her with that crown on her horn. 60% rested XP bonus. The ring is the only one I don't have. Well, you can probably then max out your set using other things. Just throw a weapon on or something. It's not essential to have all of the heirlooms anymore. I mean, from what I heard, you can level within 8 to 10 hours on average, 1 to 50. So farming a ring, would farming a ring really matter at that point? Well, that's sort of the thing. The speed of leveling is now basically double what it has ever been before. Heirlooms don't give you a flat EXP bonus like they used to. They only extend the duration of time that you get the rested experience for. So if you're really keen to just level up fast, then just playing for 8 to 10 hours is going to be the quickest way. Oh, we get Emily as a companion for our mission table. That's what it was doing. And she then becomes our soulbind. Nice. What does she offer us? Twilight Bark. Why has it got the symbol for Twilight Bark? Sure. Death Chakram increases your agility by 5% and nearby allies' primary stat for 2% for 7.5 seconds. Isn't that literally what this does? Oh no, it's Death Chakram generates 2 focus and the damage is increased. Hang on, what was it we were looking at the other? Ah, yeah, because this is multi-box territory. If you're banging out like 4 or 8 hunters in a multi-box, you go with Emily and you take this straight away. Your Death Chakram is going to be like boosting your entire team's agility through the roof. Anything interesting on mission tables so far, e.g. rewards? I've not looked in too great detail, but it's your basic stuff. It's your pet battle tokens, it's your rep tokens, it's a little bit of gold here and there. Nothing that I would consider interesting. It's just the same old, same old. You're right, since heirlooms have a set, I figured we needed all of them. But to get the 60%, you only need 6. Yeah, you don't even need to stack yourself out in full heirlooms now to get the max bonus, so it's all good. Yeah, the cost of firstly buying the heirlooms and then upgrading the heirlooms right now is just, in my opinion, not worth it. I really have the opinion with heirlooms that Blizzard wanted to take heirlooms out the game completely. But if they just removed heirlooms from the game, that's going to cause a lot of people to be severely pissed off, because over the years they've spent a lot of gold and a lot of time acquiring all of the heirlooms and leveling up all the heirlooms. The investment that people have made is huge, and they don't, like what's been said, they don't want another unnecessary backlash. So what they've done for Shadowlands is they've made this set bonus so that they're still in the game, they still kind of work, but it takes the emphasis off new players going and getting them. So in the next expansion after Shadowlands, they'll probably take them out of the game completely. Is how I feel it will probably be. But alright, so we've got ourselves lead by example. This is going to boost our agility for 7.5 seconds every time we pop our Death Chakram, which is good. Now we either need to go potency to be able to use a necrotic barrage that then additionally increases Death Chakram damage even further, but then is going to lead on to this. What's Emily's Magnificent Skin? Fleshcraft increases your maximum health. Duh, boring. Ouch. What's this one? You may channel it whilst moving. Ugh, duh, boring. Okay, so realistically, it doesn't matter. We're going this route. It's fine. What? Why can't I put this in a... Why can't I put a potency conduit in a potency slot? Oh, do I have to activate it first, maybe? No. Oh, I have to select it first and then I can put this in there. God damn game, how stupid. You need like 300k only for the gold heirlooms. If anything, upgrade them now with tricky treats. Well, that's a possibility. Yeah. Basically free, just investing time. True. Yeah, I realise you've got to choose the slot first. It's me being a derp. It's fine. Not an issue. Now we get Fleshcraft, increasing maximum health by 5. And we're going to get a Finesse conduit once we get to Renown 8. We're not quite at Renown 8 yet. But do we think that having Lead by Example is going to be better than... Yeah, absolutely. For us as a hunter, like, the more you can power up a single ability, the better it's going to be. So... Death Chakram now generates us 2 additional focus and its damage is increased by 5%. Plus, it's also going to increase our agility by 5%. And yeah, that's going to be it. This is more for party group use. Nice. We'll go with that one. That's somewhat optimal at this point. I like it. I like it. Right, so we need to head over to Ardenweld. We need to do a few world quests in Ardenweld, just so we can, so that we don't lose one of our callings. We've only got 6 hours to do this. We'll get ourselves a tribute. If we look at our missions, actually, is it going to be one that gives us... it also gives us a renown. So yes, all the more reason to make sure we definitely don't miss this. Quickest way to Ardenweld is probably just a fly. Hang on, doorbell's just gone. Let me jump on the flight point very quickly. Very quickly.
Don't mince words.
Gotta go answer the door, gotta go answer the door, gotta go answer the door. Let's just go into the middle. Gotta go answer the door. Back in 2 minutes, bye. Oh, how about that for perfect timing? We've literally just landed. It was the postman. He brought me a package. This is something that only English people will understand. But I have to import Marmite through Amazon because I can't buy it in Finland. And if I don't get my Marmite on toast, I'm not a happy man. Some of you may not even know what Marmite is, and you're missing out. But I'm not going to explain. Right, let's get some. Where are we at? So we need to do 3. Was it 3 world quests? Let's try and find 3 that are quick and easy. That one looks pretty solid. Eggs burnt, lava squash. That one's pretty easy. Can I track more than one of these? I can with the shift button. Obtain a disguise from Amberfoot. That one's pissing annoying. I'm going to ignore that one. Marmite's the same as Vegemite, yeah. Very similar to. Very similar, but not exactly. Vegemite is slightly different. Marmite is yeast based, whereas Vegemite is vegetable based. But it's in essence something very similar. What we want is anything that gives us anima, actually. I don't give a shit about reputation with the Wild Hunt right now. Anima is going to be more beneficial to us if we can get it. This one gives us anima, and this one gives us anima. So we'll bang out those 3. I love Marmite, have a jar myself. Everybody should have some. I'm surprised the Finns let that in. Don't they consider it toxic? Well, if you order it from Amazon, then they have no say in the matter. Best Shadowlands Marmite guide. Now we're back to the clickbait titles, I see. Bovril is better than Marmite. Oh. Me and you are going to fall out. But sure, okay. Right, we actually need to jump on a flight point again because we need to go up here. I went to the centre just because, you know, why not? Shots fired. Shots fired. Cut me deep. Oh, cut me deep. Bovril better than Marmite. Get out of town. But not only that, and not only Marmite do I have to order from the UK, I also have to order Coleman's mustard. Because you can't get proper Coleman's mustard in Finland either. Even though Finland is a nation that loves their mustard, you cannot get Coleman's mustard. It's just not the same. Pickled meat smoothie is basically Marmite. It's not far off, yeah. Am I planning to make the alts? You don't plan on playing a lot Night Fae for the farm. You've shown on your channel that gives the materials passively like a garrison strat. Yes, that's looking to be quite a beneficial way to utilise your alts. The thing to note though is that the amount of time and effort you're going to have to put into those characters to level up your Queen's Conservatory, you're basically going to need to play those alts like mains. If you really want to get that Queen's Conservatory rocking and rolling. So it's weird. The amount of time investment to get the Queen's Conservatory maxed out is considerably more time investment than it would be to set up a garrison, say. So we'll have to see how it goes out. I might do a character similar to this where progression is simulated. Well, because as you know, on the beta, we get cheat mode basically on the beta so that we can skip a lot of things for the purpose of testing. This realm, though, is there's no skips, there's no cheats. It's designed so that you can play the beta and see how the flow of your characters are. I might do the same thing, but on with a Night Fae character, just to see roughly how quickly can we expect to get our Queen's Conservatories up and running on alts, and whether we're going to have to actually play them like mains, or whether they can be a little bit more passive. Now I think I just need to run over these things and squish them, but every time I every time I run over one and squish one, it takes a bunch of health off me. I've got to be careful. Oh, the Browns. Oh, team Brown or Team Red. That's another debate. I am Team Red when it comes to bacon sarnies, though. Absolutely. But can we please? I mean, I'm trying to grow my audience, not cut it in half. So can we stop with the divisive conversation starters, maybe? I mean, it's bad enough that we have to choose between Horde and Alliance, but brown sauce, red sauce, that's the real argument right there. I think the skips break so many things. Yeah, this is why I wanted to play on the on the realm where there was no skips, just so we can kind of see on a daily basis what are you planning on doing. Obviously, we're not really going to be able to test the very end game, but it like gives us an indication of, right, well, how many anima do we get per day? How do we get all of these souls that we need to upgrade our covenant? How much time are we going to need to spend in the maw? And we get to start to see some sort of balance of how things are meant to be. Right, so are we basically saying then? So whenever the chat goes quiet, I just need to start a conversation about brown sauce and red sauce, and I'll instantly get everybody talking in the chat again. Or I'll say something really divisive, like mages are the worst class in the game, and then we'll see what chaos ensues. I think they should have made 3-day weeks for testing rather than skipping. Well, that's another option, yeah. Or make every day. What? Yeah, I suppose it's difficult because then people are expected to test the beta at 3 times the pace they would play a real character in the game, which is unrealistic again. So you're just exchanging one thing that's unrealistic for another thing that's unrealistic. So yeah, it's difficult. Comedians do that all the time. They throw in a fart joke to see if the audience is paying attention still. Well, yeah, true. Are these considered eggs as well? Because these things are wiggling, but apparently they're not. No, okay. I need to actually remember to be using my death chakrams more like a cooldown now as well. Now that we've got the boost to it. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a torch. Burn some eggy eggs. Huh? Someone said fart joke? Yeah, exactly. Oh, are these eggs on the ceiling? Do these count? Probably not. If you can't target them, they don't count. Who's Lurik? Where the hell did he come from? Who's this dude? Alright, sure. I don't know what he's doing, but he's here with us. Oh, none of these are actually considered the eggs we need to burn. This is dumb. Here's me looking for the quick way of doing things. And there just isn't a quick way of doing things. I'm not sure whether you guys can tell though, but my frame rate when I'm in Ardenweld is... I've said this a million times already, but the optimization of Ardenweld is horrendous. Like literally, I get double the frame rate anywhere else in Shadowlands. I come to Ardenweld, frame rate halved instantly. It's really quite frustrating. Now I know my PC is not... I'm not rocking some NASA spec PC here, but like it shouldn't be that my frame rate is half as good in one zone as it is in another. Get your shit together, Blizzard. Boom, 12 for 12. Nice. It's at this point I would really like to press my flight whistle. And I still, to this day, don't understand why we don't have a flight whistle. Why did they take the flight whistle away from us? It's one of those quality of life things that when you give it to... It's like flying in a way. It's one of those quality of life things that when you give it, you then can't take it away. Because people already have it, you know. Give me back my flight whistle. We should start a petition. Okay, this is getting ridiculous now. Can we just kill things? Thank you. Things are dead. Now we can move on. Closest flight point, this one. Let's roll. I don't even think I've got professions on this dude. I probably should, but... Right, so let's... you're not the flight master. Where's the flight master gone? You're the flight master. So we want to go... This was one we wanted to do, wasn't it? Because this gives us anima. So let's zoom our way down here. I think what we'll do is we will get these 3 world quests done, which will complete our training in Ardenweld. It will give us our another renown to add to our collection. And then we'll take a look at the we'll take a look at the chaos that is ensuing based on tailoring materials and the potential vendor floor price of the new cloth being like 8 gold or something ridiculous. We need to take a look into this. We need to cast our eyes over it, see what opinions we have, because it was popping off in the Discord. How do we even get over here though? Can we take this bridge maybe? Let's rock and roll. What do we actually need to be doing on this? Disrupt the Drust's efforts. That could mean absolutely anything.
To this grove.
Oh, it's simply fill the bar. Sure. Does fill the bar mean kill things? I guess it does. What are these things? Why can't I click on these? Drained of anima. I can't seem to do anything with them, so... 1 kill was 3%, so what are we saying? That's like 30 kills or something like that for a fill the bar quest. Let's round up a whole bunch of stuff then, if that's the case. We'll get them all in close range, pop off, do some damage. %. I'd group up with this dude if he wasn't Horde. Stealing all my kills though. I feel I should be able to do something with these, but they don't seem to like when I hover over them it gives the percentage indicator, so I feel as if I should be able to do something with these, but unless I'm missing something, which as we know is a common occurrence, it doesn't appear that I'm able to do anything to help these guys. Is this a rare dude? But just look at this zone though. It's like it's crazy good. I mean, from an aesthetical point of view, once again, we've said it many times before, but my god, are the art team really the art team are literally holding the game together at some point it feels. Right, I think we can probably, I don't want to say comfortably, but I reckon we can manage 5, although I haven't got my cooldowns, which is a bit stupid of me to... Oh, they fear me as well. This is not good. I didn't realise they fear me. Pet, I would really appreciate you doing your job and attacking shit, you know? Chakram, blow some coolies, just get these things dead. Oh dear, this is not good news. This is not good news. Don't die. Don't die. There's me. Oh yeah, comfortable 5, no problem. Oh, this is going to be clutch. Oh my god, we are literally on 32 health. With no pet. I should have died then. Absolutely should have died. Ah, I'm not using Fleshcraft. That's the problem. Boo, bad me. What's an unusually large mushroom? This rapidly decaying mushroom requires loamy soil in order to survive. 20-minute duration. Sure. By the way, the things needed for the Queen's Conservatory are mailable. Remember at some point saying that you get them whilst killing mobs or doing world quests. Well, there's the spirits and the catalysts. As it stands right now, we don't really know exactly how or where we get the spirits from. Or at least last time I checked, we don't know exactly where the spirits come from. The catalysts, you can grow the catalysts in your Queen's Conservatory. So if you run out of a certain type, you can grow more catalysts. It costs you a few gold a time. Plus you get the catalysts by completing your callings in those tribute bags that you get. The catalysts have been known to drop from there. Whether you can mail them to other characters or not, I must admit I've not tested. I can't remember is the honest answer. We will when we do a little bit more testing, remind me and we'll check it out.
I am out of range.
59%. This is taking a bit longer than planned. Our Death Chakram is very, very good at pulling aggro off our pet, which is not something we want to do. But we need to use it for the, well, because it does mad damage. Oh, hang on, can we click these things? Is this going to... this is going to do something. What is this? Anima cone. Pulsing anima cone. Release the anima stored within, restoring any... Ah, okay, so we can pick up these anima cone things, and then we can... I knew there was going to be some way to talk to those spirit things that were kicking about on the floor. This makes more sense now. Now we've got a bunch of those. And these things, for example, we should be able to go, oh, you have an anima cone. Boom! Percentage. In theory. Yes, we jumped all the way to 95% quickly. So we simply just weren't doing the quest properly. It's fine. Boom! Right, we need to do one more. This one over here. Is it going to be worth taking the flight point over and then running down? Probably. Let's head back the way we came. We got one more world quest we need to do in Ardenweld, and then we can we'll probably swap characters and we'll take a look at our tailor and do some assessment of these. I really wish that this vendor flip mentality of making gold would just go away, as it's not good for the game. But unfortunately, it is here to stay. So we need to address it. Let me see if I can find the... It was... somebody was saying that it was popping off in... Is it going to be in crafting or in farming? On the Discord. Doesn't seem to be much going on in crafting. Not much going on in farming. Is it Shadowlands beta or general? 50, oh my god, 50 new messages in Shadowlands beta. Maybe. Oh, here we go. 8 gold shuffle for cloth is going to create massive inflation, but it will be nerfed. Keep calm. All the changes. Cloth was shuffling at about 3 gold. Now it's even higher. BFA was 2 gold a unit. Okay, this... Yeah, the Shadowlands beta channel. I'm just flicking through it now. I just want to get a little bit of a heads up. Oh my god, people are even doing 4,606 capes will equal 150,000 gold for a token. Oh, okay. Sure. This is going to be another relic situation, isn't it? Where people are going to bank on this and as a way to make gold, and then Blizzard are just going to change the vendor value and everybody's going to cry about it. Oh, okay, I don't know how to address this. Well, I'll look at that in a minute. Let's go get this world quest done first, and then we'll focus on one thing at once. I'm not a female. I can only do one thing at a time. What Discord? The WoW economy Discord. Basically the Discord, yeah, the WoW economy Discord. Most likely student will cry about it. A, we'll have no bad words said about student. We like student. He has questionable thumbnails at times, but he's very active at what he does. Why are we dying? What are we doing? What are we doing? I didn't even get to the area where we should be doing something. Hey, this animation's new. What's going on here? Why am I... What? Hello? We think this is bugged. Hello? This is going to be significantly more difficult to get back to my corpse ass, like when I genuinely can't see anything. Okay. / reload, please. Oh dear. Maybe our character's balked. Let's do a log out, log in. This is proper balked. I might have to take res sickness just to fix this. And then if we have 10-minute res sickness, then that's probably going to be plenty enough time to address this cloth vendor shuffle issue. Let's see if we can log back in and it fixes itself. World of Bugcraft. It's real. Aha! Well, okay. That's better. Died in Ardent World. Died in Arden World. How the hell do I describe this bug? Died in Arden World. Didn't spawn back. Didn't spawn a spirit correctly. Had to relog to see anything. That's really vague. That's really not helpful, is it? Died in Ardenwell. Didn't spawn a spirit correctly. Had to relog to see anything. That's about as close as I can describe it. Better than nothing. How do we get back to it? We need to follow this path for starters, I think. This whole area is completely full of elite mobs, though. I don't feel too excited about having to do world quests down here, because these mobs are going to slap us about real hard. Oh boy, being dead is very slow. I understand now why Blizzard suggests that you maintain your health above 1 at all times. It's definitely the meta way of playing the game. Go on patrol. What does go on patrol mean? I genuinely don't know how I even get back to my corpse. I don't know the zone well enough to navigate it whilst dead. Follow the marker. Okay, let's res, see what happens. Right, how do we even get where we're going without... Whoa, what's this? Willow the... What? Who are you? Who's Willow the Mist? Chance to dodge increased by 75%, reflecting 75% of spells. Holy shit, that's... No, fuck off. No, 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 no. What? God damn. God damn, boys and girls. God damn. Are we going to be balked again? No, it fixed us that time. Okay. Right. Whoa. Let's do the spirit run again. I pressed feign death. I feigned death, and they still attacked me. That is not how the game's meant to work, Blizzard. I forget, though, that when I'm playing on the beta, I have like 170 MS. I'm used to playing with like 26 MS. So I need to remember that there is a little bit of delay between when I press a button and that thing doing the thing. Oh, hang on. No, we've gone the... Oh, no, we've gone the wrong way. How do we get out of here now? Can we go up this way maybe? Does anybody know what the console command is to remove like this stupid fog? Because there is one. Because people used to do it in Classic. And I'm presuming it still works. Because it makes it dramatically more difficult to work out where the flipping hell you're going when you've got this stupid fog on your screen all the time. Now I've genuinely gone the wrong way. Now I'm obviously going to be very cautious putting in console commands that chat tell me to do, but if it comes from somebody trusted, then I might try it. Right, well we've triggered the quest again. How the flippin' hell do we get back to our corpse? Here, what? Hang on, is that the way? No, maybe down here. I apologise for the riveting gameplay that is literally trying to find our corpse. What I don't understand is how we're meant to do this world quest when all of these things around us are just elite level 60 mobs. We're just going to get our ass handed to us like instantly. What do we even have to do? It's not even sort of console FFX death equals 0 or console FFX glow equals 0. There we go. They sound somewhat sensible. I'm willing to trust those. If, as and when I next die, I will do such that. How do I even start this? What are you meant to do? Literally doesn't say at all. The Wild Hunt 10 out. Go on patrol. Sure. Have I chosen one that is just completely balked? Maybe. I want to avoid being attacked by these things as much as possible. Who are you? What kind of name is that? Karipparipparipparak. It's like the first time I tried to say Criparian. Karipparipparipparak. Okay, I'm now at somewhat of a loss to what I'm even meant to be doing for this world quest. I might just have to go do another one, you know. This dude is now not paying attention. What is this world quest called? A Night in the Woods. Let's at least give Wowhead the benefit of the doubt and it might know what it is. A Night in the Woods. Is it a night? No? Okay. A Night in the Woods. No, not Nightmare of the Woods. A Night in the Woods. Auto-accepting hostile elite world quest in Ardenweld. It should be an... okay. Go on patrol, gain 5 kill... Okay, sure. Comments. Follow the NPC Zarkin and his band around the quest area. They'll periodically stop and engage mobs, which you'll need to help them kill. Each kill gets you 20% credit, so 5 stops should complete the quest. I'm not sure exactly what you have to do to get credit for the stop. Just tag, kill it, or damage. Be careful not to aggro the yellow mobs. Somebody else is asking, how do you get it to activate? Mousing over him, but there's no chat bubble or any way to interact with him. Zarkin is found at these coordinates. To his east are lots of 70k hostile mobs. Best not to approach his location from the north or northeast. However, as of the 12th of October, he is bugged and cannot be talked to. Sometimes you need to start the route with him to get the credit. Okay, so there's a dude called Zarkin we need to find. It said don't approach from the north. Maybe it's down by this path here. Let's just head out and let's try and work out what the truck is going on. Now we need to somehow attempt to get out of it without dying tremendously. As we've established, the just run approach is not a good one, because these things will slap me up real quick. Okay, well I've already aggroed something, so we're just going to run. We're going to do the run method. That was the wrong button. I went with the turtle button. Oh no, now we've hit, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, F. Right, recompose ourselves. Recompose ourselves. Let's, oh shit, the bed. Okay. Okay, there's no way out of this. This is bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Okay, now we need to work out how the frig to get back to our corpse again. I am literally killing my stream just trying to get this one world quest done. Right. Let's be sensible this time. I can't even be sensible because I'm not even a night elf, which means I don't have shadow meld. I have no easy way to get out of this. I have tear a rift in space, reactivating this ability to teleport through the. Maybe I don't know. Right, simple approach is always the best approach. Just don't die. We'll go with that approach. And hopefully it'll work this time. Right, I reckon when there's got to be a dude around here somewhere that is outside of this yellow zone that we can interact with to start this world quest. The question is where is that dude? And the next question is can I respawn outside of the zone maybe? Oh, I can. Oh, that was 200 IQ. What's this dude about? He's big enough. He's big enough to ignore.
My hunters are on patrol in Mistvale Tangle.
Aha.
Well for their morale if you were to accompany them.
Who said that and where were you? Lord Hearn says, more Walker, a few of my hunters are on patrol in the Mistvale Tangle. It might do well for their morale if you accompany them. I'm happy to. I just don't know where you are. Okay, sure. Now it triggered when we were around here. Neither of these directions look promising. What happens if we go this way? There's so much stuff that's gonna just kill us. Run around doing /target. Yeah, that's probably wise. What was that dude's name? Lord something. What did wow? Oh, Zarkin is the dude we need to be focusing. It said don't approach from the north though. That's the thing that concerns me. There's a new cloth shuffle in Shadowlands apparently. Yes, we're going to complete this world quest and then we're going to get onto that because it's a hot topic right now that I think we need to address. Maybe if we come down this way. The Wowhead specifically said don't approach from the north. Who are you? You're an elite. Fuck off. Right, it's genuinely getting very difficult to. If we run through there, we die. That's basically what we're saying here. Let's go around the edge. Calculated floor price of the common cloth is now 8 gold. Yeah, that is apparently going to be the issue. Oh, hang on, we need to not get attacked by these guys. If you can only activate this quest by coming at it from one direction, that's really dumb. Like, double level dumb. These guys are chilling. Now we're at the main camp area. Okay, so maybe let's head up there instead. Now we're into the danger zone all of a sudden again. With apparently no way to target this dude. This is odd. I'm almost about ready to say this world quest is completely balked and it's just not possible. Because I've now circled all the way around it and it's doesn't appear to be achievable. Maybe I'm just going to have to go do another quest. God damn. God damn stupid game. Is there a flight master nearby? This one. I don't like admitting defeat on what should be a simple world quest. But I honestly think it's balked. Because we're not even getting introductory quest text coming up now when we trigger the yeah, the lack of whistle is super annoying, like ridiculously level annoying. These guys are all just going to absolutely own me. If you don't see Zarkin, you need to leave the quest area, then come back. Sometimes you need to start the route with him to get credit. Okay, 2757. 2757. I reckon we have to start it right at the very top, you know. I reckon we need to be up here. So best to approach his location from the north. Oh shit, I misread that wrong. I misread the Wowhead information as don't approach from the north. When actually, in reality, we should come at it from this way. So we're going to have to go all the way around, because if we try and run through here, we're going to die. Okay, this is dumb, but sure. Think we might be getting somewhere. Let's go. We're going to have to take the scenic route. We're going to have to take the long way around. Yeah, I don't think war mode being on or off is the issue. I think it's just the main dude that you need to interact with is like way up the top here, even though the world quest is telling you to go to this middle bit. But if you try and go to where the middle bit is, you just get absolutely spanked by elites. It appears there's meant to be like a group of dudes that you assist in killing a bunch of those elites with. And then you get credit for doing it. So, let's try again, attack it from the north, and now see what happens. Weirdly, my viewer count for the stream is going up while I'm doing this. You guys obviously really want to know the solution to this. Or is it the fact that I'm debating talking about this cloth farm, maybe? Probably. The beginning of beta turning on and off war mode used to fix a lot of bugged things. If we find the dude in the first place and he still won't let us talk to him, then we can give that a go. But I've not even found this main dude that we're meant to interact with, so... Although we're very quickly getting into what I feel is a danger zone. Yeah, these guys are not looking looking like I want to say hi to those. But it was also recently featured on Drama Time in a really funny story. I've got to admit, I watch a lot of Preach's content. The content of his I don't watch, though, is his Drama Time. They were good. His Drama Times were good in the beginning. I'm not sure if maybe I've just seen or heard too many of them now. This is the area where you kill the dude and you get the you can if you go through this maze in the right way, you can actually yeah, if you go through the maze in the right way, then you can attack a dude and get the mount. You get this thing as a mount. It genuinely just doesn't seem to want to work. If that's the case, then we're going to have to go do another world quest. Maybe it's funny to me because I found out about them, but damn, I do find myself laughing out loud at some of the stories. Yeah, they are amusing. Don't get me wrong. It's just, it's usually Preacher's Drama Times. They're usually 40-50 minute long videos, and it's 50-50 whether I'm going to enjoy it or not. And I've heard 25-50 of these stories before, so. Is there any one of these I can go through that's going to be somewhat safe? Nope, this one's not safe. I'm also starting to think this might be one of those. This might be one of those things where it's like a patrol, and you have to catch. If they've already started the patrol with somebody else, it's not like you can't. You might just have to wait for the start of it again. Which is all good and well, but if you don't know where you're meant to be in the first place, it's a bit dumb. This world quest seems more than annoying, it seems bursted. Ah, somebody's done a video on it. Ah, that Ripperarian dude is where it starts. So this dude is where it all begins from. So either we have to wait till the patrols come back here to help them, because
I trust your hunt goes well.
there's a bunch of dudes part of the war. Okay. Good old Wowhead.
We will hunt the hunters. We serve the queen.
Oh, but this dude is...
Our prey cannot escape.
This dude then can't get them to actually do anything. Even though he's found them. I can't even find them. Did you seriously try pronouncing that? Yeah, it's the Ripperarian mob. Right, okay. Well, we're in the... This is where we're meant to be. But it's not working. Let's do a reload, maybe? You're braver than I am. That's easy, it's just Ripperarian. That's his name, right? Let's do a relog, just to test. What are these things? Trainee... Let's log out, log back in. At least we know where we're meant to start the quest. Anyone seen the Forsaken Courier vibes? Yeah, tell me about it. I teach pronunciation and I ain't touching that with a 100-foot pole. Yeah, I genuinely don't think it's actually a name. Right, well, I'm still here. We'll give it a few minutes because maybe they spawn back in. Maybe they're out doing their patrol. Maybe they're doing patrol-y things. And we just got to wait for them to respawn back in before we can start our patrol world quest. If that... Stupid fly. If that's the case, then it's dumb, but we'll have to see. We still... Our target macro still doesn't even highlight somebody, so... Looks like somebody face rolled on the keyboard. Yeah, it does actually. Should we actually attempt to... I tell you what, let's put it into Google, see what Google says it is. We open up, enter the text. KRRPRRIP. Hang on, Jesus. KRAAK. Now let's play this. Did you? That's literally what Google. Great, great. Right, well that's the name. I think we're going to go with Ripperarian instead. That's his name officially. I gotta hear that again, that was funny. Google seems to think it's some sort of African. KRRPRRIPRIPKRAAK. Copy paste that so I don't lose it. Totally makes perfect sense. What happens if we actually Google it? Did you mean Kur Piripi Karak? Oh, it literally, ironically, it literally just brings up the WoW head for this NPC. That's literally it. There's only 4 results in Google for this. Look at this is hysterical. Literally 4 results. So yes, it's definitely made up. Ah, sure, that tickled me. This is the content I came for. Yeah, well, when you're hanging around waiting for a world quest that's bugged, you've you got to improvise. Right, well, this is definitely busted. I'm willing to call the busted card on this one. Fuck this for a giggle. We're out of here. Let's just go do another quest. That one's too broken for my liking. I guess I should probably do a bug report for it though, right? What was the world quest? A night in the woods. After finding Karipariparak, there are no guards spawning to help patrol. You can't get more hipster than it does look. He does look like hipster Groot. You're right. There we go. That's descriptive bug reports right there. That's what we're going with. There we go. Now to get out of this area without getting spanked again. Right, well that was a massive waste of about 3/4 of an hour, but I apologise. This is the beta life we live in. When shit doesn't work, sometimes it just doesn't work. Where's this flight master then? He's up this way. Up here and to the right. Up and to the right. Yikes, 45 minutes for a world quest. 45 minutes for not even completing a world quest. Let's be more accurate about that. Yeah, 45 minutes to not even complete it. But it's safe to say, even when the game goes live, if I see that one pop up on my map, I'm probably going to ignore it. Old Kariparipararian can go take a long walk off a short pier. Right, flight point, I need to go take a bathroom break. I'll be back with you guys in 2 minutes. Smash that like button, because half of you haven't. What are you doing? Back in 2. Right, where are we at then? We landed. We landed. Empty chair stream, poggers. You know it. Look. Look. If I'm going to stream all day, I need to drink lots of water, otherwise my voice breaks. You of all people should understand that, being an English teacher. If I drink lots of water, nature has its way with me roughly every 35 minutes. Anybody that drinks a reasonable amount of beer at the weekend will understand. You break the seal, and it's a regular occurrence from there on. We just have to deal with it. Now, what I could be doing is chair streaming and pressing the magic button I have on my dashboard that says Insert Ad. So any of you unlucky people that are not using ad block are gonna get gonna have to not only see a chair stream, but they're also then gonna have to watch an advert. But I try not to press the ad button. We need 10 anima cones. How do we get anima cones then? Let's take a hop and a skip down here. See if this one's not busted. Arden moth transformation. Transform into an Arden moth. Is that a thing? Oh, apparently it is. We have reduce the movement speed and haste of all enemies within 10 yards. Enemies to sleep within 10 yards. Increase movement speed and heal you for 40% of maximum health over 10 seconds. Can we fly? Ah, this doesn't let us fly. I was just wondering that if this thing let you fly, you know there's going to be ways to get this outside of the zone. But no, it appears that we do have to just be a regular ass moth. But what are we actually trying to do? We're trying to find anima cones. Is that literally it? Sure. What's an anima cone then? This looks like an anima cone. Let's go 1 and 2. Oh, there's another one here. Well, what do you know? Instead of wasting 45 minutes on that last stupid world quest, we literally run round as a butterfly for 3.5 minutes, picking up some anima cones, and we're done. Is that what we're saying, Blizzard? Thanks for that. Although they seem to... okay, there's one over here. If I just don't aggro any of these dudes, then we should be Gucci. There's an anima cone here. Am I going to be able to get that one without aggroing something? I'm disguised as a butterfly. This should be easy days. 6 out of 10. One over here, I reckon. Number 6, number 7. Where next? Oh, here's one. Cheeky one. I can see one over there. Oh, hang on. I pressed the wrong button. What did I do? Oh, that healed me. It's fine. I don't care. I need one more. One more. One more, and then we can press our Hearthstone button and get the truck out of here. In typical fashion, the last one is going to be the one that takes me the longest time to find. Hey, I see it. I see it. We're good. I've had my voice break on stream. Not fun. Yeah, you don't realise that when you don't talk all day every day, and then you decide to do a stream, and if you accidentally do a slightly longer stream than you usually do, and you end up like speaking for 5 hours, I tell you what, how like Summit and XQC and stuff can literally stream 15 hours a day and continuously talk for 15 hours a day. I have no idea how they do it. Right, that should be the 3 world quests we need. Fuck you, world quest Night in the Woods. Leaving you in the dust, quite literally. Strangely, I'm more careful when I teach. True. XQC doesn't even talk, he screams for... Yeah, exactly. He's not even talk, he's literally shouting for 15 hours a day. His vocal cords must be made of steel. People don't realise that about streamers. They're literally talking all day long. Well, we get... Oh, this one gives us a tribute. We didn't get a... What did we get out of this? Oh, we got a conduit. Tactical retreat. Disengage. What was it? Disengage slows nearby enemies' movement speed by 20%. Well, that's boring, isn't it? That's arguably a PvP one. What else did we get? We got a Quintessence of Duty, a 325 anima thingy in all, and we got Tactics Volume 83, which is a 626 gold piece of vendor trash. Beautiful. There's another one, Training an Ardent Wheel. This is going to be the one that gives us our renown, which will put us up to 5, meaning we can continue our campaign potentially. Boom! And another tribute, look. New adventure available. Oh, they're meant to have changed this interface as well. I read something somewhere on the old WoWheads. So that it should be easier to see what you've done and what you've unlocked and what you haven't unlocked. Sanctum upgrades this dude. Maybe that's coming in a new build. It's not out yet, but now we deposit things into our reserve. Boom, 1.4k. Now we're popping off. Now we're popping off. Ah, we need to open our abomination factory, but we're missing the souls. We need 6. We've only got 4. Derp. I don't want to go to the mall. I said we'd talk about this vendor thing, didn't I? We'll get to that in a second. What do we need to do? Let's go activate our new conduit. How do we do that? We go here. Bingo, bango, bongo. Disengage. It's a finesse one. We don't need a finesse one until we get to renown 8. This dude, it's happy for it to be there. The only finesse slot we could possibly activate is this one, which would then give us your first attack or spell cast on an enemy. Increases your damage done by 10%. So just a flat 10% damage buff. But we would lose the 5% damage buff to Death Chakram, which we're not using anyway. But we would lose the flat agility increase. It's 5% agility and a more powerful Death Chakram, worth more or less than a flat 10% damage buff. I don't know. And in all honesty, right now I don't care. It's fine. We'll wait till we get this next renown 8. We get a finesse conduit slot, so we can slap that in when we get to 8. What I really would like to see is like a list of all of the collected and non-collected. It'd be nice to have a tab that says like, you have not collected these ones, do this to get them, or is it just, are our conduits just going to be random? Is there any world quests that dishing them out, for example, maybe right now? I've seen world quests dish out conduits. The easy answer right now is no, at least not in Moldraxxus. What about Bastion? Bastion, we got Rep Token, Anima, Pet Battle, nobody cares. Anima, Rep Token. Oh, here we go. Look, for example, one with a beast, Potency Conduit. Bestial Wrath increases all damage you and your pet deal by 1%. Boy, that's boring. Boy, that's boring. Nobody wants to see a 1%. But at least getting it means that we'll have it, and that we can then potentially upgrade it. But okay. What about Revendreth? What are you offering? Pet Battle, Anima, more Anima, yet more Anima, Rep Token, more Anima, and these don't tell you what they do. Fair enough. Fair enough. This was anima and rep token and pet battles. There's loads of pet battle ones. There's a pet battle one on every zone. Is there a pet battle one in every zone? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's a pet battle one in every zone. Four daily pet battles. It'd be stacked up on tokens. That 1% will scale over time. Yeah, true. Yeah, true. When you increase the rank of your conduits, they will for sure, yes, go up over time. But oh, we got a set. Wow, this is very quickly appearing to be. Make sure you absolutely, definitely are doing your callings as and when possible, because that's now the second calling I've completed, which has given me a conduit. In fairness, it's an endurance conduit, probably not something that's going to be too beneficial. Exhilaration heals you for an additional 10% of your maximum health, but over 8 seconds. So you just get a nice little dot on you as well. Well, let's add that to our Forge of Souls. Oh, I knew Wu would be interested about the pet battle stuff, though. Of course, absolutely. These are all currently item level 145. We've not got these upgraded yet. But right, I did say, didn't I? I did say we'd talk about this vendor, this cloth vendor malarkey business. I think we need to take a little bit of a looky into this and see what the crack is with it. So let's hold fire on this dude for now. Let's log over to one of our other characters, namely one that's at Taylor, and see if we can address the situation. Who out of all of my characters is a Taylor? I think it might be this dude. Don't really care about the battles, but if they're essential early on for min-maxing, then it's good for me. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, people are going to be wanting to... when your callings, for example, are going to be like to go and complete 3 world quests in a zone you're not necessarily focused on, if one of those is a pet battle and you know you can get that world quest done in 3 minutes, instead of picking another world quest that could take you half an hour, then yeah, it's definitely going to be a bonus. This dude is alchemy and inscription. No, wrong dude. Switch. We want the tailor. Which one of our dudes is a tailor? Come on, game. Is it this one? Chanting and jewel crafting. Oh, holy shit, my bad. Maybe it's this one. You watch, it'll be the last one now. And yes, I have a lot of hunters on the beta. I main a hunter. For testing stuff that is not class-based, it's considerably easier for me to be doing it on a class that I'm comfortable with. Tailoring, here we go. Right. Okay. What is the situation? What are people losing their fucking mind over this time? So, as far as I'm aware, I might even have to go on Devon Nash on the case and get a notepad out in a minute. But let's, first and foremost, let me address the Discord situation. People are saying that it seems to be that there is a shuffle for Shrouded Cloth that is providing a floor price of 8 gold-ish per Shrouded Cloth. Is that true, chat? Fill me in on the deets. I would imagine if that is the case, it's going to be one of these low-level ones. One of these has got a ridiculous vendor price. Is that what we're saying? 5 cloth. Ignore the thread for a minute because the thread is meant to be cheap. 5 pieces of cloth, 25 gold. That's roughly a 5 gold floor price, excluding cloth. Take away 1 gold is neither here nor there. Cape, 36. Oh, okay, now it starts to get a bit worse. 36 gold vendor for what is only 4 pieces of cloth. That's straight away 9 gold a piece. Oh boy. Oh boy. 6 pieces of cloth, 37 gold. 7 pieces of cloth, 50 gold. It's going to be the cape, isn't it? That's the 50 gold. Yeah, this is the one. Oh boy. Right. So, I guess it's all because on the old WoW heads, was it yesterday? Let me see.
Okay.
Not this. Let's have a little looky. If I understand it right, it was because there was... Am I even on the right one? No, go on the beta. There was a change to the quantity of vendor materials needed somewhere. Right. Which one was it? It was the probably this one. Now I probably should have prepared this in advance, but I didn't. Achievements, no. Azurite, no. Soulbind, no. Classes. Where's the profession bit? Here we go. Professions. So they've changed, and it's namely the tailoring one. People are losing their mind over. Okay, the amount of thread has been decreased from 12. What's this? The shadow lace cloak. Oh, that's the big one. Okay. Okay, right. So it's not that cloak, is it? It's the other cloak. The shrouded cloak. What did they change it to? They've changed them down from 6 to 2, from 4 to 1, to 5 to 2, to 6 to 2, to 4 to 1. Okay, why do we think first and foremost, why do we think they've made these changes? The likelihood is they've made these changes because of the vendor price for these said materials, that they presumably changed the quantity of... Yeah, it's gonna be linked to the relics, isn't it? That's what we're saying. The reason that they've had to adjust the amount of penumbra thread used is because it's now being used as part of the relics and is somewhat baked into the game. So they had to go back and change the amount that they thought needed for these. So, when it currently looks like for the cape, it's only going to require 4 pieces of cloth and 1 piece of thread to make a cape that is then going to vendor for 37 gold. That's the crux of the issue. That you then can, in essence, if this is going to be, this is what 5 gold, 5 gold per is the price that it is in current in WoW. So let's just straight away, it's 5 gold each, 4 gold 25 or something minus when you take your vendor discount off, or your faction discount off it. So, oh my god, we're gonna have to get a notepad on the go. We're going real Devon Nash now. So we've got 4 pieces of cloth. Shrouded cloth cape. Shrouded cloth cape. 4 pieces of cloth. 4 times shrouded cloth. That is what we need to work the price out for. We know that the thread... The thread is 5 gold. For the sake of maths, it's 5 gold a piece, because that's what it is on live right now, and that price was implemented in a fashion to aid with the relic hoo-ha. And it's the reason why when you take like 20 of them and you make a relic 5 or however many it was, it's now stupidly expensive. So, it has a vendor price. What are we saying it vendors for? It vendors for, it's saying 36.9 gold. Ouch. Okay, well the easy thing we do, minus thread, that's 31.9 gold. per cloth. My maths is not good enough to work that out, but it feels let's do the old calculator. 31.9 divide that by 4. That's literally 7.9 gold. 7.9 gold is going to become the floor price of Shrouded Cloth if this stays exactly the way that it is right now. Now, is there an issue with that? Arguably, yes. Yes, there is an issue. The issue is quite simple. Tide spray linen. Tide spray linen. Oh my god, I can't type. I've got a microphone in my way though. Tide spray linen had a floor price of about 2 gold for the majority of BFA. Which in essence meant that you could go out, you could farm tide spray linen, and for every single piece of tide spray linen you got, you could shuffle it and get 2 gold out of it. The process we don't need to concern ourselves with. That is just the case. If a single piece of shrouded cloth is 8 gold, at first glance you go, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, that's 4 times the price. Surely we have 4 times the issue with that. Now, yes and no, because it there's a few other factors that we're not considering straight away. First factor is, well, how valuable is cloth going to actually be to the general player in the first place? Well, the answer to that is pretty valuable. Shrouded cloth, although you don't need many of it to make these capes, no, you do need a hell of a lot of it to make things like your base legendary items. For example, my presumptive figure for shrouded cloth is somewhere in the region of about 20 gold each. That's based on how easy it is to farm and how many of them that people are likely to need. So to give it to a vendor for 8 gold is really not worthwhile doing, as you could potentially make twice as much gold if you just sold it to another player. But what happens when we get further into Shadowlands? Well, when the value of the cloth decreases in terms of selling it to another player, because if you look at tailoring, for example, where you've got a whole bunch of things, you need 100 cloth just to create a single base legendary item, and this value increases all the way up to, I think, about 135 cloth when you talk about rank 4s. If you look at my spreadsheet on the cloth side of things, which one is it? Shadowlands cheat sheet, cloth Legos. You can see that it's to get to rank 4, to get a single. This is the thing to know: a single item, so chest piece, shoulders, helm, whatever. To get a single piece up to rank 4, you're going to need somewhere in the region of 2,500 or 2,225 shrouded cloth to do it. That's a lot of shrouded cloth that's going to be needed just by one character that's leveling up one item slot of their base legendary items. You multiply that by the 8 different options that they have. Very quickly you realise that that's like 16,000 cloth. Is it 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 pieces even. You multiply that by 2,500 by 9, you're looking at close to, if not nearly exactly 20,000 cloth for a tailor to level up all of their base legendary items to rank 4. Now that's before you take into consideration the cost implications of lightless silk, where they're going to need 650 of those. They're also going to need 55 arboreal shards as it currently stands to do that, which is for over 50k in vendor materials just there. So I'm not really talking about the cost implications of this right now. I'm just trying to gain an indication to roughly how many pieces of shrouded cloth a tailor is going to be interested in. And as it stands, they're going to be interested in a lot of it. So a single tailor might want close to 20k cloth just for themselves. If they wish to level up all of their base legendary items, they're going to want close to 20k cloth. This alone is going to keep the value of the cloth relatively high, at least for the first patch of the game. Easily for the first patch of the game. Cloth is going to be worth more to these tailors who are going to need it in bulk. It's going to be considerably more valuable to them than 8 gold a piece. So realistically, yeah, this is not great. It's not great if we were looking at patch 9.3. By then, it might become an issue. But as it stands right now, focusing on this being 4 times more valuable than Tidespray Linen, it's not really a fair example. The reason Tidespray Linen went down to 2 gold per, and we hit the floor price on Tidespray Linen, is because nobody needed it anymore. And that's the big difference here. People are going to need shrouded cloth for their professions. They're going to need it for their base legendary items. The demand will outstrip the supply, hopefully, to the point that it will be more valuable to sell it to another player than it will be to just vendor it and make 8 gold a piece from it. Realistically, this isn't going to be an issue early days. By the time we get later in the expansion, maybe. But what can Blizzard do to fix this either way? Even if it does become an issue. If the price tanks, if we get multi-boxes, farming shrouded cloth till it completely tanks the price, what could Blizzard do to very quickly and easily fix this? Well, there's 2 things. The first thing, the dead simple thing to do, is just to take the robe. Which one was it? It was the shrouded cloth cape, wasn't it? Literally take this and just slash its vendor price. Slash its vendor price down from 36 gold to make it like 15 gold or something. And at that point, then it brings the floor price of the shrouded cloth down. But what does that actually then do? Then all it means is people then start looking at the next profitable. People start looking at the next profitable option, which would then, I don't know, maybe they'd go, right, well, maybe we'll use the shrouded hood. This is still 37 gold. It uses 6. Maybe we can figure it that way. Maybe we can work it out. Maybe that's the way they'll look at doing it, which I still don't feel is sensible. What I really think the best way that Blizzard could do to fix this is to just revert the changes on the amount of thread needed. They've obviously not looked at this as an implication of people being able to sort of vendor the cloth very cheaply. If they put these, where was the no, not that one here. These changes, if they just revert these changes, if instead of it using 1, it goes back to 5, instead of it using 5 gold worth of vendor materials, all of a sudden it uses 25 gold of vendor materials. You take the 25 away from the 39 that you start with, you're only looking at 15 gold there. Then realistically, you're back to a sort of 2-3 gold per piece of cloth value, which even by the end of the expansion is better. I think that Blizzard have changed these prices without really thinking of the implications, and I would imagine we would see these, or at least some of these, reverted back. It's going to be less of an issue on the Shadowlands stuff. I get the change on the Shadowlands stuff because the emphasis on this, the Shadowlands gear is the top end gear, and it naturally comes with a significantly higher crafted cost because it also uses lightless silk. Now, of course, Deep Sea Saturn has been trashed in price in the same sort of fashion, but the simply using a considerably more in terms of quantity of materials to craft negates this issue almost completely on the Shadowlands stuff. Yeah, as it stands right now, 36 gold, 4 pieces of cloth, -5. It's not great, but generally speaking, I don't think it's an issue. The demand for the cloth will outstrip the supply unless things go ridiculously bonkers. And I really don't think it's much to worry about. It's a very, very quick and easy fix for Blizzard if they want to, but I arguably don't even see it being much of a problem. Plus, one thing that we're not aware of yet is just how quickly we're going to be able to farm up cloth in the first place. Currently, you can get some. I mean, players are able to get in the region of 2,000 to 3,000 Tidespray linen an hour on a single character, which is crazy amounts. That's because people are fully twinked out in their gear and they're just slapping these mobs. And the quantity of kills per hour is just ridiculous right now. We're not going to be able to achieve that for the first couple of patches of Shadowlands. We might get 600, 800, maybe 1,000 shrouded cloth an hour if we're really optimized. But I don't think the supply of shrouded cloth into the game is going to outstrip the demand, considering every tailor's potentially going to need 20k of the stuff. So yeah, I think that's all I can really say on that one. Not a problem in my eyes, but let's see. If it stays the way that it is, BFA bags will retain some great value. Well, that's true. That's true, considering that the default crafting cost of these bags is gonna be pretty sharp. 25 thread, 25 times 5 is what, 125 gold just in vendor materials for the lightless silk pouch before you add the lightless silk to it in the first place. And then 15 times 5, which is what, 90? 75, 90, I don't know, something like that. But even still, plus then the cloth on top of it is going to make each shrouded cloth bag, I don't know, quick maths off the top of my head, 150 gold minimum price, absolute minimum price. Before you even, yeah, probably closer to 200. In fact, probably even more than that. Because if you think about it, if the shrouded cloth even stays the way that it is, if they don't make any changes, 8 times 20. 8 times 20 is 160. Then plus 15 times 5. What's 15 times 5 when it's at home? 15 times 5 is 75. 75 plus the 160. 235 gold is basically then the floor price for a shrouded cloth bag, which is on average a lot less than what deep sea satin bags are selling for now. So yeah, it would maintain the value in the BFA bags as long as the materials are available. Random question since you have it open. Is Mark II worth putting on a crafted blue? Does it give a significant boost in item level? A crafted blue, as it stands currently, is item level 151, but it requires level 60. If you slap a Crafter's Mark II on it, it's only going to boost it to item level 168. Which is, in fairness, it's plus, what is it, plus 17 item levels just for the cost of adding a Crafter's Mark. It's not bad. It's not bad. When we're currently when you're going to be running around in item level 140, 150 gear anyway, when you first start, may not be too bad. May not be a bad idea. It just makes myself feel better about having 80,000 deep sea satin lying around. Well, yeah, true. Definitely true. Like, purging the stock of things like deep sea satin is probably, I mean, there's always going to be some use for it. What item level does Heroic Dungeon give? I think it's 158. I think this gear is balanced to be slightly less than Heroic Dungeons. No, not collections. Where's it gone? Where's my book? There we go. Oh no, 171 is Heroic Dungeons. Maybe did I have normal in my mind? Oh no, this is ridiculously low because it's Plaguefall. If we go, yeah, 158 is normal mode. Level 60 normal dungeons drop 158 gear. So the basic crafted gear at 151 is not super good. If I'm honest, the way that it's balanced right now does lead you to want to put that crafter's mark on it to give it a significantly better chance of selling. Based on what the price is going to be to craft these, because the lightless silk could potentially be 100 gold a piece. So you're looking at 500, maybe 600 gold worth of crafting cost here to make an item level 151. You take 600 gold and then might struggle to sell it, or you add a crafter's mark 2. Whoa. Okay. That's changed. 500 gold to make a crafter's mark 2. Are you mad? Okay. So it's basically going to take it. It's going to take it from roughly 600 gold to craft one of these. Which one did I look at? Like the shoulders, for example. It's going to take it from roughly 600 gold to 1,000, 1,200 gold to make it. But it's going to be item level 168, which will give it significantly better chance to sell. 100 thread to make a crafter's mark 2. That has changed. What was it before? I can't remember what it was before. It's 50. It's 250 gold, give or take, just to make a regular crafter's mark 1. $150 gold to make a novice one. I suppose it makes sense, because a relic of the past 5 is 125 gold in vendor materials. So you obviously need to step it up a bit more. Yeah, you obviously need to. If a crafter's mark 5 has got 125 gold of vendor materials, then your Shadowlands versions need to be more expensive because they're increasing the item level. I don't think it needs to go quite as high as 30 to 50 to 100. But that's a bit of a yikes. That's a bit of a yikes. There's a nice little undocumented change I've not seen come through the patch notes. This is why we need to keep an eye on these things from time to time. They sneak up on you. They slap something on this like without even telling you. A good goblin yikes though raises the barriers. Yeah, exactly. I'm not complaining, it's just I didn't expect them to go as high as 500 gold just in vendor materials. Just in vendor materials. To make a crafter's mark 2. That's a madness. And like I said, if a shrouded cloth, my estimation is somewhere around 20 gold a piece, 15, 20 gold a piece for shrouded cloth. Early days. Let's even take 15 gold each. You're then looking at 150 gold for your shrouded cloth, 500 gold for your thread. That's 650 gold just to make a crafter's mark 2. That's that in most cases. That in a lot of cases is going to virtually double the crafting cost of these items if you start putting a crafter's mark in them. But taking them from 158, boosting them to 168, 151, moving them all the way to, that'll make a lot of casuals say, fuck that, I'm not going to bother. Well, yeah, true. True, it means only the real goblins will have deep enough pockets to do it. You're sure as shit not going to put, let me tell you right now, nobody is going to use these on this gear. Nobody. 22 random stats or specifying the stats. No, because each missive is going to each missive uses one of the rare inks. The Tranquil ink, I think it's called. And each Tranquil ink, by my testing, is going to need 3 Nightshade. And each Nightshade, I imagine, is going to be somewhere in the region of 200 gold a piece. So you're looking at each missive is going to cost you roughly between 600 and 900 gold each to craft the missives. So you imagine this, if you make one of these items, at base cost it might cost you 500, 600 gold to craft it. If you put a Crafter's Mark II on it, that price goes up to, say, 1500 gold. Then if you specify both of the secondary stats on it, that 1500 gold goes up to 3500 gold, roughly, to make a single piece of gear. People are just not going to use these because the missives are going to be too expensive. But it'll be more expensive now, and heroic gear will still be better. Less people will buy it. Well, this is it. You push the price of this too high. If the difference between buying the base version at 151 with random stats on it and 168 with the exact stats on it, if there's a difference of about 3,000 gold between those two options, people will just buy the cheap one. People buy the cheap one because people are cheap. I've thought this for a long time, that these secondaries, the missives, are too expensive. It makes sense for them to be expensive in relation to the base legendary items, because you only ever are going to create that base. You're only ever going to create that legendary once. But for this sort of stuff, like what is arguably leveling gear, the missives are way too expensive to make this ever worthwhile. You're taking such a huge risk. Like basically spending what could easily be, let's just say for the sake of maths, each missive is on the auction house for 1,000 gold a piece. Which sounds expensive, but trust me, that's what they'll be. You're looking at 2,000 gold of expense just to up the price of this. It's not going. People aren't going to do it. I think what they need to do, and scribes are not going to like this opinion, but they need to remove the Tranquil ink from the missives. They should make the missives considerably cheaper to craft. That's the only way that they'll actually become useful for anything apart from the base legendary items. And the reason I came to this conclusion is because I was doing a little bit of milling a while back. If you look at my milling sheet, where is it? Milling. I've now milled a reasonable amount, or enough of each herb to kind of get some semi-accurate numbers on the milling rates. For example, I've milled 2,000 Death Blossom so far, and out of 2,000 Death Blossom being your basic bitch herb that's available in every zone, is going to be the cheap one. Out of 2,000 Death Blossom, I only got 15 Tranquil Pigments, so less than a 1% mill rate for the basic herb. So that alone is going to push people to be milling Nightshade to get the Tranquil Pigment, which then turns into Tranquil Inks. And out of milling 700 Nightshade, I got 213 Tranquil Pigment. I've done it in a few different batches, but the ratio is about the same each time. I do it in small batches over time so I can see if there's any obvious changes to the milling rates. But roughly 30% of the time you mill a Nightshade, you'll get a Tranquil Pigment. So let's say 3 Nightshade is needed to get a single Tranquil Pigment, roughly, give or take. If each Nightshade is selling for 150 gold, that makes your Tranquil Ink 500 gold a piece. And these are somewhat conservative numbers in my opinion. They might buy the missives and realise, wow, it costs 2k to craft it, fuck this. Likely to be the case. That's definitely a possibility. But for the other herbs, for example, what's quite interesting to see is the zone-specific herbs appear to have very different milling rates. They seem to all have... I've not milled enough of it for the Tranquil Pigment to be accurate. But needless to say, it's less than 1% mill rate on Tranquil Pigment on anything apart from Nightshade. You literally, if you want Tranquil Pigment, you're going to mill Nightshade. But it's interesting to see how Marrow Root, for example, favours Umbral Pigment, whereas if you mill Rising Glory, it flips and it favours Luminous Pigment at a similar point. Vigil's Torch is the same as Rising Glory, but then Widow Bloom is the same as Marrow Root. So it appears that the 4 specific zone herbs do have, or at least 2 of them share the same milling rate, and the other 2 are flipped. So you may be able to target, if you end up needing more Umbral ink than you need Luminous ink, for example, you could focus on milling one herb over another, which is presumably going to have a big effect on its price. Of course, when you throw alchemy into the mix as well, alchemists might find that they need some of these herbs in greater quantities than others, depending on how they balance out in flasks and potions. It's all a balancing act that we won't really know exactly how it works until it goes live. But it's interesting to see how it's going to work out. Very interesting. But yeah, there we go. There's the tailoring cloth situation. I don't think it's as bad as people are like shouting about right now. I know the Discord was popping off, and I've seen it was being talked about on the Reddit as well somewhere. Although on the Reddit, Arch Founder came in and stole the show with his phasing trick. But alrighty, so yeah, I felt I needed to cover that. I needed to cover that quickly because a lot of people were questioning it. Let's get back to our main dude though. I want to get back to was it the was it Orobos or the Maw? I can't remember. I shouldn't have a character on either. No, the Maw's the leveling one. Here we go. If there's anybody out there with the mindset of that they're going to farm cloth and vendor it and do a vendor shuffle for 8 gold per cloth, you're just foolish, because you're likely going to be able to sell the cloth for way more than 8 gold to another character, of which then won't like make a huge difference. Quite insightful info about Inscription. Yeah, Inscription I still feel that Inscription needs a little bit of work. At least the way that it... I mean, considering that I can't see a benefit for the missives outside of base legendary items on day 1 of the game, it means they're going to be literally DOA. They're going to be dead on arrival for anything apart from that, so... It's still appealing for boxers who never really interact with the auction house though, and will attract more brute force farmers. But that is true. I mean, simply the fact that if you tell somebody who actively farms on a multi-boxer that they can farm up 1,000 cloth an hour on each of their characters, and then do a bit of a shuffle and get 8 gold for each one, that's 8,000 gold value per character. which for a multi-boxer is still quite appealing. It's considerably more appealing than the 4,000 or 5,000 gold an hour that they've been able to achieve in BFA, even in basic spots. So there is a little bit of an issue there. But I still feel the demand for the cloth, through its natural design of being for tailors to craft things, will basically counteract that. But we'll have to see. Either way, though, it's super easy for Blizzard to fix it. They just readjust the amount of vendor materials back up again. I mean, it's just the relics all over again. I'm not sure why they've. I kind of know why they've reduced them, because initially on the beta, those vendor materials you could buy 5 for 5 gold, and then they decided to use those vendor materials for the relics. And made each single one cost 5 gold. So there's some smart dude at Blizzard has decided, oh well, now that we've 5x'd the cost of these vendor materials for relics, we should reduce the cost of the Shadowlands requirements by 5, not realizing that it then puts all of the focus on the main materials, and vendor shuffles will come into play again. It's just an oversight. It's very, very simply an oversight. Because, as much as I hate to say it, Blizzard do not focus on the economy. Blizzard are way more concerned with everything else that's going on in Shadowlands than they are the actual economy. Only when big issues like the relic come into play do they even think about it. I don't know how or when we unlocked this. I'm thinking when we increased our renown, did we then get the option to pick up a new adventurer? At least nobody can directly speculate on this one in advance. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I mean, people with the beta can. Show me the sanctum. So now, where's the... No, it's not that dude, is it? Where's the... Is it this one? No. Is it the renowned quartermaster? No. Where's the dude that I talked to that shows me how everything is going? That's the upgrade dude. Where's the one that's not an upgrade dude? Keeper of Renown. Is this the dude? What is my renown with the Necrolord? This is the new interface I was looking for. I mean, speculate in terms of buying 100 billion cloth in advance. Oh, well, yeah, true. Yes, that is very true. Morning, Nax. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Okay, so this is a new interface that is just come in with the latest renown build, and this is quite good actually. This is showing us. Hang on, we completed the quests in Ardenweld. Those quests in Ardenweld were meant to give us a renown, and it didn't. We should be at 5 already, or were we only at 3? Oh, maybe I've miscounted. But this is quite cool. It shows you what you get for each one. So the first time you unlock Loyal to the Primus, you've joined the Necrolords in Maldraxxus and can begin the Covenant campaign. Deepening Bonds, it's just a stamina buff. We then get our Soulbind upgrade. You may access Plague, Devour, blah blah blah. 3rd row of Soulbind traits. At Renown 4, we got a new Adventurer, which we can now go and do a quest for and unlock. Whether we actually have to do anything for this quest or not is still debatable. At 5, we get the next chapter of the campaign becomes available to us. 6, we get the Standard of the Necrolords. This appearance will become available for purchase through the Renowned Quartermaster. So another reason to go farm up some anima if you're a transmoggy dude. Number 7, The maximum item level that unrated PvP rewards can be upgraded to is increased. Okay, well that's cool. You want to get... the theory being that you can gain like 3, maybe 4 renown a week. Because you pretty much only get it through your callings, and there's a weekly, like replenish the reservoir, for example, gives you 1. The rescuing the souls from the moor gives you 1, so that was 2. 2 by default weekly quests, and then probably 1 or 2 more by completing your callings each week. Now you only get a new calling once every day. There's 7 callings you can potentially do a week. Not all of them are going to give you renown, so maybe it is slightly more than 3 renown per week. 2 by default. 2 by default, and then maybe another 2, maybe another 3 possibly. It's going to be 4 or 5 renown a week, I think you're going to be able to get if you actively do all the things. So even getting like halfway through this is going to say, let's say we get 5 a week, for example. So in week 2, you're then going to get PvP boost number 8. Soulbind upgrade, the Necrolord, and then you also get more campaign. You may access Plague Devourer Merilith's 4th row of Soulbinds by the end of week 2. Number 10, Soulbind upgrade again. They seem to be running out of rewards very quickly. Number 11, you get more campaign, and you get your Necrolord Hearthstone. So you're not going to get this until the 3rd week of play, potentially. You get another adventurer then at 12, 13, more campaign, and a new row on your Soulbind. 14, this recovered memory will become available for purchase from the Renowned Quartermaster. Memory of Vital Sacrifice. So it's not going to be realistically till the end of the 3rd week before you'll be able to get this memory. So if this ends up being Abyss, what is this one even? Let's go and have a look. I doubt it's going to be Abyss for anybody, but where was it? It doesn't even seem to. Ah, that's not on the that's not on the vendor. It said it'd be on the vendor. Okay, well things aren't playing out quite as they probably should do.
Reporting for duty. Point me at my foe.
What was that? That was like number 14 or something, wasn't it? Memory of this recovered memory will become available for purchase from the Renowned Quartermaster. Well, it's not on the Renowned Quartermaster right now, so I don't know what it is. Can we check our powers? What's it called? Memory of Vital Sacrifice. Memory of something or other. It genuinely doesn't even appear on my list. Can I go all? Class all. Maybe you need to unlock it for it to show. That's a possibility. Okay, this is dumb. With there being no search function, it's just dumb. Okay, well that's odd. Well, okay, sure, whatever. Soulkeeper upgrade. Attune to your Soulkeeper. Your attunement to the Soulkeeper grows stronger, allowing you to rescue more souls from the moor each week. That's an interesting one. So there is going to be, yes, some cap to the amount of souls that you can get from the moor. Switch back to Hunter, it was on the bottom left. Oh, was it? Was I just being a derp? Entirely possible. Glass Hunter. Oh. Was it this one? Vitality Sacrifice, yeah. Taking significant damage from a player or elite enemy increases your damage and healing by 3% of the damage taken up to a maximum of 9 for 20 seconds. Oh. Well, it's really quite boring, isn't it? It's boring, but it's potentially going to be powerful. I mean, it could potentially be a flat 9% damage buff. It's boring, but it could be powerful. Although it says taking significant damage from a player or elite enemy. So it's not the damage that you deal. It's quite PvP-y for sure. PvPers are probably going to want it. I can't see it being too beneficial in raids unless any damage that, even if you're getting, I suppose in raids probably it might be, I don't know, I can only speculate, but it feels boring. Okay, so yeah, it's going to be after roughly 3 weeks you'll be able to just hopefully spend less time in the Maw, because you'll be able to get the souls easier. But the fact that this is here does give me an indication that there is some sort of, or Blizzard want there to be like a hard cap, or at the very least a soft cap on how many souls you can gain from the Maw. At rank 16 you start to get better. The item level of your world quest will increase, and you gain more appearances that you can purchase. Level 17, more campaign and a new adventurer. An additional upgrade at 18 to your soulbind. Deepening bond, 2% more stamina by the time you hit 19. Necrolord campaign at 20. Soulbind upgrade at 21. 22 is more campaign. So it's going to feel as if you can do like one or two. You'll unlock like 1 or 2 new quests for your campaign each and every week. PvP additionally at 22. Renown 22 is going to be, what we're saying, roughly. This is going to be 4 to 5 weeks in. Don't know if you're familiar with them, but it feels to me like a generic battle pass from popular games. Well, it's definitely taken inspiration from the battle passes. Got to give you that. The inspiration is there. You've got to remember that Activision are also owners of the Call of Duty franchise. And Call of Duty loves itself a good battle pass. It does kind of feel like that. 23. Oh, we get a mount. Sorry, we don't get the mount at 23. We get the access to buy the mount at 23. So this is realistically going to be 4 to 5 weeks in of active play before you'll get the mount. Realistically, around the time the raid is potentially going to be released. Or is the raid? Yeah, I think there's going to be. I think they want there to be like a 2-3 week before the raid comes out. We'll have to see. Soulkeeper upgrade, more souls from the Maw at 24. Soulbind upgrade at 25. Alacrity of Moldraxxus, more Transmog at 26. New Adventurer at 27. And Jiggles, we can adopt Jiggles, will be the pet at 27. They really could put some better rewards in here, you know. This is feeling. Upgrade your Soulbinds at 28. Especially if you get the upgrade for the Soulbinds, there'll be 3 Soulbinds obviously, and if you just don't use 2 of the Soulbinds because they're no good, getting an upgrade for them is going to be pointless. In the past they say only 2 weeks. Yeah, we'll have to see exactly how long it takes them to launch the raid. Quest reward, world quests again at 30. Soulbind upgrades. More transmog, less farming of the Maw. I'm still waiting for something interesting to pop up. Adventurer at 33. What's this? Osteo Wings of the Necrolord. So this is going to be a back piece available to purchase from the Renowned Quartermaster. So more Transmog at 34. More Stamina at 35. Illusion, Unbreakable Resolve. Unbreakable Resolve will become available for purchase from the Quartermaster. So realistically, more Transmog, right? Arsenal of the Primus. Weapon appearances. So weapon Transmog at 37. 38 for the what appears to be your final adventurer. 39, you get the big boy mount. You don't even need to buy this one. How very generous. By by level 39, they will just give you a mount. And obviously final week 40, you get the title. And if it's 5 a week, it's potentially 2 months worth of active play to maximize the renown you have with your covenant. So within the first couple of months, you should have access to everything if you play that character somewhat on the reg. Well, yeah, it does feel very Battle Pass-like, doesn't it? I do have to agree. The reward structure for this could be more interesting. There's going to be lots of gaps in that. But the argument, if you can get 4 or 5 renowned every week, it's likely to be that, because of course I imagine not everybody actually plays the game every single day. Every time you log on, you should like increase your renown by 1. Is the way that it's going to feel. So it's like a sneaky way to introduce dailies. Can now be a scuffed Baron Rivendare. Yeah, true. You can have the title, and you can pretend to run around on your Rivendare mount. But at least this is quite cool. This interface was needed because there was no way to A, see what was coming up, or B, what you had in the past. This guy being added was helpful. They'll likely improve the speed in which you gain renown for the amount required per level in the long run. Yeah, they've already said that there'll be some sort of catch-up system to it, so that if you start halfway through the expansion, you're not like miles and miles behind. But battle passes aren't that bad. It's a cash grab. If the content in them is good, it's fine, but unfortunately most people that implement battle passes are just doing it as a cash grab. It's a very I guess it's, yeah, I can't say I've ever been a fan of them, to be fair. But with 4 characters, that's plenty of work. Yeah, exactly. If you want to do this for each of the covenants, it's at least a part-time job, put it that way. From Activision, they're usually pretty good. Well, we can hope. What will likely then happen is that the Renowned will then, all of a sudden, once patch 9.1 gets released, Renown will cap out at 80. And there'll be a whole new Battle Pass. Interesting. Alrighty. Well then, guys and girls, I'm really hungry. I'm going to leave it there for today's stream. We did a little bit more leveling. We addressed the elephant in the room, which is this cloth potential vendor shuffle business that's caused a bit of chaos through the at least on the Discord. Quick bit of self-promotion sellout mode. Yeah, first and foremost, thank you very much for watching the stream. We had a good talk about how you guys appear to be enjoying the YouTube content. You're enjoying the schedule of the streams, and some of you even going as far as to saying you would like me to stream more, which is cool to hear. Definitely appreciate that. Obviously, I do this as a hobby. It's fun for me to do, but it does take me a lot of time. I'm obviously streaming 4 to 5 hours a day. I'm creating the YouTube videos. I'm putting a lot of effort into this. If you wish to support me in my adventure, you can either join the channel, become part of the coffee club, the morning coffee club. Keep me fueled with caffeine for the streams. You can hit that join button just next to the subscribe button. You'll get yourself the cool little coffee mug next to. You can see Woo-Rah in chat right now is a member. You get the cool little coffee club, and the longer you're a member, the more sparkling, more fancy that little coffee club cup will be. It's not big perks. It's really not big perks. I try to make sure that I keep all of my content free. I don't really want to put anything behind a paywall, as I think it's the most transparent way of creating content. If you wish to support me, I'll be very much appreciative of it, but don't feel it's an obligation in any way. Like the video, watch the stream, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm a happy man. I'm a happy man. But tomorrow is Friday. Friday will be the last stream of the week for me, unless there's any surprise streams coming out the woodwork. We'll have to see. I'm enjoying playing the beta right now. It's nice to see the natural pacing of the game. So we'll probably be focusing on the Shadowlands beta again tomorrow. Yeah, that's it, boys and girls. Thanks for joining once again. I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.